Did you know that over 40 years ago, John Jenkins Sr. invented the heated seat that football players sit on? Yes, the Jenkins family created a way for football players to weather the extreme cold on frigid game days. Find out why homeowners and business owners count on Jenkins with the quality, service, and reliability you get from a 3-generation family-run company for plumbing, drain cleaning, and leak repairs. For gas furnace, boiler, or hot water heater replacements, call Jenkins at 609-641-6440 and ask about zero-interest financing. Online at jenkinsandsons.com.
All right now, y'all know what time it is. It's time for y'all favorite show.
Yeah. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. You know him as a dope actor, Kevin D. Bitten, 360 twice, Jim, how he keep winning. And you know the baddest actress, Nikee Warren. She so bad you walking past, she had you speaking for her. If you ain't tuning in, this your reality check. You might miss out on your favorite star celebrity guest. When they celebrate, what you do, you get the bell, yeah. During Kevin's corner, get expired and encouraged, yeah. Bend them corners while you listen, but don't swerve. Find out what's getting on Nikee nerve. What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? Keep on playing. Me and Kevin Coons and we gon' get you hit. Yo, check us out on social media. In your mobile phone, we everywhere. You ever stations played out like a ringtone. Follow me like Bino R-E-M-E-Y. Bino Remy. Pop like Sammy. And my flow hotter, thicker semi. Been doing this since I scraped up pennies. But back to the subject, Kevin Nikee.
Okay. Been doing this since I scraped the pennies.
Back to the subject.
Kevin Nikee. Yes. Yes.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's that fire right there.
That's it. It never gets old.
This never gets old.
Never gets old. Yeah.
Never.
So, yeah, we back, Nick.
Yep.
We're back. It's always a good thing to be back.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. It is the Kevin and Nikee show on iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
I'm actor Kevin D. Benton.
And I'm actress Nikee Warren.
And we are back for another exciting episode, another exciting week, another exciting show.
Yeah.
And we gonna give y'all the flow. And you gonna watch us go. Because we know y'all know. I don't know. I think I might be in my little rhyme bag because, last week, we kind of put out there that we might want to do a rap battle challenge, maybe even a passing rap at the end of this thing. So I'm just getting the juices warmed up. So we gotta wait and see what happens. We don't know if Lil Trav Jr. gonna come back. We might have scared him off. We might not have, aka Lil Low from Disney's Ravens. Who's that? Raven's House?
Raven's House.
Yeah. He might come back, he might not. We gotta see what happens. But this is what I decided to do though, Nick. Even if he don't come back, I made up a rap because we so proud of him.
Okay.
In honor and a tribute to him.
You did.
It's gonna be kid friendly. It's gonna be kid friendly, like you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What? I kind of like
all my stars. What?
So no,
what?
you got to rap too.
Okay,
because I told him we was gonna go first.
I'll do it.
And I kind of like the just more so rapping pass as opposed to battle. Mm-hmm. Why people always gotta be against each other?
Well,
It's it's all in fun though.
It's all in fun. I don't think they are against each other. Uh-huh. I think that the fun of it is, seeing who rhymes the best. Okay. And it's that freestyle thing where you can just think of something off the top of your head.
Well, what I told him, I told his mom to tell him is that, hey, you can write something down if you want.
Write something
down.
You
can write something down. Now, you didn't write nothing down. You going on top of your head?
You know what? I'm a lyrical genius. Everybody knows this.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try, the flow off the top of my head.
Okay. I'm gonna try. All right. Well, I can't wait to hear this. Well, so what I had, what I had to do, since mine was kid-friendly tribute, I had to write mine down.
Oh, see.
Like, I made up this rap just for him.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did not.
Okay.
I did not, because I thought that we were battling.
You can battle?
So mine came in the form of a battle.
Okay, well then go ahead and battle.
So what I'm going to do, so when it's time, I'm just going to say it. And I'm not going to put it to either of you. I'm just going to say, if I was to battle someone,
I got you.
Of a tall stature, this is what would happen.
Okay.
Because I'm short.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm just going to do it in that form. How about that?
That's nice. That's good. I like that.
That's how I'm going to. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. That's what's up. Well, listen.
You see how the lyrical genius got to put it all philosophized.
Right. You like listen. No, you're right. Nick, you're doing the right thing. Every time when a lyrical genius or a rapper, they gotta preference the rap before they say the rap. You know that, right? The rapper always say, before I say this rap, I gotta let y'all know something.
Yes.
I told y'all I'll be back, but it's his first album.
You know what?
So you doing the right thing. Because, before I say my rap, I'm going to preface mine. So because you got to explain it so they know how to do it.
I got to explain it.
You got to explain it.
I got to explain it.
Because they're going to want to know, what is a kid-friendly rap tribute to Travis Jr.? They're going to want to know what that is and what's it going to be about. So I explain it when we get to it.
So you get it. You get what I'm saying.
I got exactly
so when is this rap battle going to take place?
It's supposed to take place at the end of the show.
At the end of the show.
Right?
Okay, at the end of the show.
At the end of the show.
Okay.
So we don't know if he's going to participate or not.
Yes.
But even if he don't, me and you going to go, I'm still going to do the rap as a tribute to him because we so proud of him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
We so proud of him. We so proud of him.
I got you.
And I think the tribute rap takes the scariness away about having to compete and running the risk of losing.
Okay.
You know
we don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose.
No. Losing the battle.
I'm not going to lose the battle.
Well, see, that might be the thing that might be scaring him.
Okay.
That's what we don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got you.
But he might show up.
Okay.
So we had to see. We had to wait.
Okay,
so y'all, listen.
Wait.
We had to see what happened. So we always got stuff going on. We always got something to talk about.
Yes.
So with that said, it is now time for the many adventures of Kevin and Nikee.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you go first, Nick.
Well, you know what? I'm super excited because last week I told you guys that on last week's show I told y'all that I was getting into my Creole.
Okay.
Well, I got into my Creole bag thanks to my trainer. He gets the bell. My trainer gets the bell. I had to give my trainer the bell, Kevin, because not only did he, teach me how to speak in Creole, he also sent me a chart, y'all. A chart.
What's that?
And I was in the chart. So what I did was I took my lines that I had to say and I rewrote my entire section, but I rewrote it
how you supposed
in
to
Creole,
pronounce it.
how I'm supposed to pronounce it.
Got you.
So, and I'm gonna tell you, yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I had the chance to hear you.
I'm excited about it.
I had a chance to hear you, and even from last week, it was even better.
I even tweeted about it, and they were clicking hearts on it. I was like,
"Oh yeah, I saw that.
I'm getting ready.
Yeah, so and then the director told you you're going to have more Creole lines.
More lines.
So you got another scene.
Oh, my stars. So now I'm super excited. I'm super excited and I'm super nervous now because I was learning the lines already, the lines I got already in the Creole. So now I got to learn more lines in Creole. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh man, they just taking this Creole to a whole nother level. I feel like Cleo.
Yeah, I got
taking this thing to a whole nother level. And then not only that, but the director himself started speaking French. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's very versed in French and Russian and Creole and all that stuff. So.
This thing is going to be crazy. All I can say is, welcome to the sci-fi.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't say no more.
That's it.
That's all I can say. Yeah. Can't say anymore, but it's going to be good. And, I am super excited for every bit of it. Super excited. It's just totally awesome. Mm-hmm. And, so, rehearsing it and also wrapped up episode 2 of the Covington Witches, wrap that up so I can focus on my Creole. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I'm just in Creole heaven right now.
There you go.
I'm just in Creole heaven.
All right. Yeah.
So what's going on with you?
All right. Well, of course, we're always staying on the grind, learning lines and auditioning, and whether it be in person or video audition. So I had to send out a video audition for a role, and I felt really, really good about it. I felt really good about my performance. Of course, I felt good, most importantly, about my preparation, preparing to send the video. So we'll sit back in the pocket.
That's your thing. You love doing video submissions.
Yeah, you got to.
I know you have to sometimes, but sometimes I don't like them. Yeah. But I'll do it.
For me, one thing I like about the video submissions is you ain't got to pay gas and toll and all that stuff.
That is true.
You can save, especially if it's a far distance. But,
that is true. But I like that in person.
Yeah, I like the in person too, because then that way, I actually prefer the in person audition. Okay. But if asked, I will send in the video. So I was asked to send in the video. I like the in person audition because they get to feel the emotion that comes and the emotion and passion that comes with the monologue. They get to see your facial expressions and your body language. And I think that goes a little bit further. You can't really get that on video all the time. You can, but it's more, they can feel your energy. Right. And I think that's a good thing. So, other than that, I had to get my facial, my head cast done
wait till
for this sci-fi horror film that we're doing. And
that thing was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It definitely was awesome. They had to wrap my head with silicone, then put the cast over top, and I had to close my eyes and close my mouth. And the only thing I could do was just breathe through my nose. Your nose. And you do feel a tad bit claustrophobic, but it's very, very comfortable in there, such that you really feel like going to sleep. I was under there dozing off. I'm not gonna lie, but you can hear it's just that things sound a little muzzled. Yeah, because like you got on earmuffs because they got to put the silicone over your ear. But yeah, I always wanted to do that because I've seen it on TV where people would film someone getting makeup done over hours and then speed up the camera and you get to watch it in fast motion. So I'm looking forward to that.
That was awesome to watch because I always wanted to see it done.
Yeah, me too.
Not just see it done, but I wanted to, have it done to myself when you're in complete, costume. Because like I said, while you were getting it done, I think of Avatar. The many hours that it took them to get
Chronicles of Narnia.
Chronicles of Narnia. How many hours it took them to
put the makeup
get that makeup done. And even with Black Panther, with Michael B. Jordan, he had those things on. So, and all that stuff takes time. So just to sit and just watch that and, watch that get done. And those guys, they get the bell. They were true professionals. They were listen, let me tell you right now. They were not someone that you hire around the corner.
Yeah.
These were guys who do this.
This is what they do.
Yeah, this is what they do.
And I heard through the grapevine, and to my understanding, these makeup guys have worked with M. Night Shyamalan.
I know, I heard it too.
Yeah.
I heard
they
it too.
were really, really good. They were really, really good. And, we definitely told them, hey, y'all guys did a great job. But it was a lot of fun. I've seen it done. I've always wanted to see it done. And I've always wanted to have it done. So I guess I can cross that off the bucket list, Yeah. Not that I'm making up a bucket list right now, but if that probably would be one of the things that would. Because I it's just so fascinating. And it kind of seems next level acting, next level acting when, they're making molds of your face and of your head and creating a costume and all that old stuff and creating the faces. So I'm looking forward to that.
And I was like, I cannot wait till I get mine. Yeah. And so he was like, well, Nikee, you're a character. I'm like, y'all gonna give me something.
They'll create something for you. They might have created a character.
It was completely, I'm satisfied with my character, but it was completely awesome. And I can't wait until it's my turn to sit and get that and be in full costume from head to toe, where you have to get a molding of your face and different things like that. So what they did was they put the molding on, and they're going to put whatever goes on the molding, they're going to put that on. And then when it's time for Kev to put on the actual costume, he's going to put on the molding, and he's going to be a totally different person. Yeah. And the good thing about it, the awesome thing about it is that I get to see all of it.
Yeah. And remember, I
cannot wait.
Yeah. And remember, I told everyone last week that I had to lose 10 pounds.
And you lost 5.
And I lost 5. So I got 5 more to go.
Yeah, you get the belt. That's right.
Well, I hope I lost 5 pounds anyway.
Did you weigh yourself?
No, I was just taking a guess. Because in case it was wrong, I didn't want to get upset.
Y'all should see his face.
But I do feel, how you just feel like you lost weight. Yeah, so I'm guesstimating, but I think I'm accurate. But yeah, man, I've been.
You guys should see his face.
I'm excited.
Right now.
I'm excited. Yeah, man. So, and that's so that the character can look, the costume can look a lot better, fit better, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because you don't want to get in there and have it be too tight.
Yeah,
you don't want to do that. You want everything to feel just right, because you have to move around.
Right.
You got to be able to move around, and you want to. Let me tell you something. All them hours you spent sitting, getting molded and different things like that, you want that costume to work so you can do your thing.
No question.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that. And for those of our listeners out on the West Coast, we hope that you guys went out to see Every Time I Die, the world premiere at the SinQuest Film Festival that was on March the 8th, 10th, 12th, and 15th. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah,
and things like that, and we'll be keeping you guys.
Support.
Yeah, we'll be
Thank you so much for your support.
And we'll be definitely keeping you guys posted about futuristic premieres. I'm sure it's gonna be something.
We got The Right Path coming up.
Yeah,
we absolutely got The Right Path coming up.
That's right. So with that said, speaking of premieres, Friday, March the 29th at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center in Queens, New York at 7:00. We got The Right Path. That's WRIGHT Path movie premiere. You can go to www.eventbrite.com/e/the-right WRIGHT-path-movie-premiere to get your tickets. You're going to want to be there. Come on now, network, see the movie. And then from what I hear, they're going to kind of turn this thing into like a little party where they're going to have music and dancing and food and all that stuff. So we're looking forward to just having a great time and just continuing to enjoy our acting journey.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
And last but not least, and we're going to tell you guys a little bit more about this. Nikee and I, we have a friend. He's a friend of our show, and he's a friend of ours. And we're not going to say his name just yet, but he's from Algeria.
Nice.
And he's a friend of ours, and he inboxed me, and he was just so happy to connect with Nikee and I. And he actually said that he wants a picture, like a movie poster of us. He wants us to photograph it and send it to him.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. So I know I'm going to say his name. Yeah, because I told him I'm going to give him a shout out. I told him, yeah, I'm gonna tell him, I'll give him a shot. His name is Chimsal Balarbi. And we're gonna be telling you a little bit more about him. He does movie posters.
Yeah.
He does movie posters, and so he was asking for our help to, to get his work out there.
Nice.
And I said, yeah, we're always trying to help somebody, looking forward to helping people. And so I said, well, can you send me, some of your posters? So he inboxed me pictures of his posters, and they look phenomenal. Like, he's an artist, and he does movie posters. He can draw them, or he can take pictures, that you give him and make a movie poster.
Nice.
So he sent me 3, and I looked at them, and they were phenomenal. And I read a little bit about his story, and we're going to post it on our show page and on our personal page to help him get some promotion. We're gonna, he has done movie posters for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What?
Yeah. So, things like that. So I sent him some pictures and asked him if he could do 2 of our posters.
Get out of here.
1 for Honor and 1 for the News.
Get out. Oh, nice.
And they look phenomenal.
Okay.
And we're going to post them so people can see. And so, we're going to put more information out there. If anyone is interested in, having your short film, your feature film done, movie posters for, you're going to definitely want to take a look at Chimsal Balarbi from Algeria. You're going to want to take a look at his work.
Nice.
And, me and Nikee is going to assist him, in getting that help. Or for those that would love to get something done. You're going to want to have it done.
Nice. That's just awesome. That's awesome.
But what was so touching, somebody all the way from Algeria
listens to our show. Yeah.
And, expressed that they were, for lack of a better phrase or word, fans of ours. That was touching. That was just touching.
That's awesome.
That's touching because, that's just things that you don't walk around expecting.
The Kevin and Nikee show, we everywhere.
We all over the world. So we'll be telling people more about that.
That's just awesome. That's just awesome.
All right. So we're going to take a break.
Yeah, but you know what? We're going to take a break.
But before we do, listen, y'all. We had some special guests on the show last week.
We sure did.
Travis T. Wolfe Sr. and Travis Jr. And it was an awesome and amazing, fun show. And we promised y'all part 2 with a potential rap. We don't want to call it a rap battle at the end. Let's just call it a rap exchange. Let's just rap. We promised y'all we were going to rap. So what I did was, and we talked about it earlier in the show, I'm so proud of these men and young men that I made a kid-friendly rap.
You made a kid-friendly
Travis
rap.
Jr. I made a kid-friendly rap for him
because
he's a hero. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's a hero. I'm so proud of him. We so proud of him. So I wrote down my rap. I made up this nice rap that I think he would enjoy.
Okay.
That would really encourage and inspire him to let him know he is the hero that he is. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna say that for the end. But for right now, we got our special guest. Well, if they listened last week, they already know. But if you don't know, we're not going to tell you who they are just yet. But you are going to want to hear this interview. You're going to want to hear this testimony. You're going to want to hear this story. It is very, very inspirational. It motivates, it encourages, it inspires, and any adjectives that will connect. Trust me, I'm telling you. And so it is the epitome of a testimony that could have been victim, but what went to victoriousness. It went from trials to triumph and much, much more. And when we come, well, you know what, Nick? We decided that we're not even going to play music this show. We're going to play sound bites. We're going to play sound bites from our guests in place of the music because we want y'all to hear the power and the passion in what he is sharing. I'm just going to describe him. We'll tell you who he is for those that wasn't on the show last week. He's an author. He's a transformational speaker. He's an entrepreneur, a graduate police sergeant. Thank you for your service. He's a vet, an overcomer, a philanthropist. I always struggle with that. Philanthropist. He's a mentor, and he's a leader of a successful and beautiful family of entrepreneurs. He's married to the awesome and lovely Diana Cherubin Wolfe, and his children are Anaya, Travis Jr., and Ariel, and they're all redefining and living out their own idea of the American dream. And I borrowed that from him, and he's the founder. He's the CEO of Wolfe Management, Wolfe Empowerment. I'm sorry,
Wolfe
Group.
Empowerment. Yes,
and it's WOLFE with the uppercase M, Empowerment Group. And we're gonna get a chance to talk to them when we come back. And I'm excited. So listen to this soundbite from this awesome man.
I used to think that being a poor foster kid who didn't have his parents because of their addiction to crack and alcohol, I could never achieve anything great in this world. I used to have dreams as a very, very young kid, you know, seeing people on television doing great things. I used to dream of one day achieving those things, but I used to think that because I was put in foster care at 8 years old, and when I was 11 years old, I was raped and molested more times than I'd like to count by my 16-year-old foster brother, that I was supposed to be a victim the rest of my life. I used to believe that those dreams that I had once before were absolutely unattainable for me. I could never achieve them. I thought that because I was a runaway at 15, and because I was 16 years old, homeless, and because I was locked up when I was 19, that I wasn't supposed to experience happiness and fulfillment, success. I thought that what they said about me being dead or in jail, just like my father, was supposed to be my reality. But then something happened when I made a decision. I decided that I wasn't going to let what they said about me, you know, that I would end up dead or in jail just like my father. Even my father said I would end up dead or in jail. I decided that what they said about me would not dictate the life that I was supposed to live. That wouldn't be how I would end up. I decided that if I wanted to achieve great things in this life, that I could achieve those great things in this life, and that I was going to be determined to do whatever it took to achieve them. And although, you know, I tell you my story, I don't tell you my story to impress you or to, you know, ask you to, you know, cry for me or be sad for me. I tell you my story because I'm you. Just like I felt like I couldn't achieve or I wouldn't achieve, and I believed what others said about me, I let their opinions become my reality. Some of you watching this video right now have done that or are doing that right now, and you're not achieving what you want to achieve, or you're not experiencing the life that you desire to live. But if you decide today, right now, that you can have, do, and be anything you desire to be in this life, you absolutely can. And once I made the decision, my life started to change. Today, I'm a successful entrepreneur. I'm an international speaker, a facilitator. I'm an author. My children are massively successful in their industry, in the entertainment industry. My wife is successful in her industry. And I'm a military veteran, retired police sergeant, a Temple University graduate. But I used to say that I'm a poor kid from West Philly. I used to say that I'm a rape victim. I used to believe that I was going to end up dead or in jail, but today I'm living the life that I always desired to live. We, my family, are living the life that we always desired to live. You know, we live in paradise. We watch the sun set over the Pacific Ocean. We watch the sun rise to a pink and orange. The color, I can't even explain what this color is. We watch that sun rays in that color sky. It's a beautiful life. And I tell you that to tell you that I'm not special. We're not special. My family, we're not different than you. We just made a decision. So decide today that you want to experience life, that you want to be happy, that you want to be successful. Decide today, right now in this moment, that you're going to manifest the things that you desire in your life. That you will have, do, and be anything you desire. You will. Go get some. And go be great.
Yes. Oh my! Listen.
We revving it up. I'm trying to tell you.
Go get some and go be great.
Man, that was just very, very, very,
wow.
very powerful, man. That's very powerful, very touching, powerful. Very moving.
That's powerful.
Man, that hit me, man. I think I got something in my eye. I'm serious, man.
I do. Okay.
Remember how Jamie Foxx said, "Man, I think I got dust in my eye."
Got something in your
No,
eye.
man, you over there crying, man. Yeah, that's all right. But go ahead.
Listen, man, I cannot wait to bring this man on the phone. This awesome.
Yes.
I got to give it to him. I got it. Listen, I cannot wait to bring him on the phone. I'm just going to read just a small snippet because I just want him to take it away. Yeah, I just want him to take it away. As you heard from the video, born into poverty, given away at birth, placed in foster care, abused, homeless, arrested, and he was told that he would never amount to anything
in life.
Anything he was told. Now, come on. Mm-hmm. How many of our young people have heard that? Right, you know, how many of us in our younger years have heard that you will never amount to anything?
I'm not gonna lie. My neighbors used to say that to my mom about me and my brother. We was gonna get shot and thrown in jail before the age of 21. And you know, we were good kids, man. Look, we all turned out well. We got our degrees from college. We into the but it ain't about me. Keep going, man. I
mean, our special guest, he defied all the odds and survived the gauntlet. Yeah. Okay. And today, that's right. He is the founder of his own company. He's a coach, a speaker, a father, a husband, and I'm going to say a very, very, very success story. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Now, on his quest to search for greatness, he uncovered the secret of exceptional achievement and found what it takes to be happy. Now, listen to this. When you become determined not to lose, that's when you'll win. Go Be Great is phenomenal because it gives the reader an insight into the life and the detriment of everything he had to experience. Right. It shows the reader how he overcame his circumstances, and it inspires them to be in their own situations and circumstances. Yeah. I mean, it empowers the individual, giving them not only the belief that they can achieve, but the tools necessary to help them do so.
It just doesn't just give them the what, but the how. And that's what a lot of people are looking for. That's what a lot of people are looking for. Yeah. A lot of times we tell them what, but we don't show them how. And so, and finally, it's also a workbook.
It's a workbook. He's giving you the workbook. So he's showing you and he's telling you, and he got the workbook to go along with that. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about none other than our very awesome, super inspirational, talented guest, Mr. Travis T. Wolfe Sr.
Woo! Yeah, how y'all doing? Is little Trav on the line?
Little Trav at the pool right now.
Okay. Okay. Man.
I told you.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, awesome. Okay.
Yes. I mean, Lord have mercy. It's just we are just so super excited to talk to you. That you gave us a little snippet from last week, but this week, we're diving in, and it's just awesome to have you with us today to talk about your stories. It's awesome.
Yep. And
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I interrupted.
No, I just wanted to start off just by saying thank you so much, of coming back on the show and giving up your time. And thank you for last week as well. And, thank you, lovely wife, Diana and Trav and Anaya, for what you guys are doing. Yeah. I wanted to share a story to encourage you. My dad called me all the way from Florida and was just really ranting and raving about the interview and how it encouraged him that families are being families and husbands and wives are sticking it out and staying together and raising their children to be articulate and respectful and educated. And he actually texted me And then he actually called me. He said it touched him so much. He said, man, I had to call you on this one. So I wanted to just share that with you guys. And he said, I can't wait to hear this brother's story next week. And he was like, Kev, don't tell me. I said, look, I already heard some of it. He's like, don't tell me. I just want to save it for next week. So I wanted to share that with you just to let you know how you and your family made impact just last week. Yeah. And I know that this one is going, even do the same thing. I'm thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm speechless, man. Thank you to the father of musician. And again, man, that's definitely encouraging. I really appreciate that, especially coming from someone who has some time on this earth, who really has had time to experience so much, and who really comes from a time where family used to be what was right. Right. A full, father, mother, children, God first for that family used to be the way to go. So I really appreciate that. It means so much to me coming from your father. So thank you so much.
Oh man, you're more than welcome. And I remember that era all too well, where we were required to be at the table at a certain time, where we all sat at the table and ate, and it was almost like it was dinner, but it was like kind of community family meeting as well, where everybody was able to keep abreast of what was going on in everybody's lives and stuff like that. And I remember that era where the community was a village that raised the kids, and all the parents knew each other. And if you were showing off, the neighbors could beat your butt and take you home, and you get another beating and all. That era is a loss. It's lost.
Because nowadays you try and whoop these kids today, they'll turn around and whoop you.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's coming together and communicating and talking and things like that. So, I remember that time, and we all turned out well.
We sure did.
You know what I'm saying? So it was something to that era. It was something to, that I want to say that time of parenting and community that made a huge difference. So yeah, absolutely. So look, we want to jump right on into it.
Yeah, let's jump.
All right, well, look, let's just jump right on into it. We played the soundbite, and for our listeners out there, we are talking to Travis T. Wolfe Sr. He's just a phenomenal inspiration. That was the soundbite. We decided this week, we're not even going to play music. We're going to play inspirational sound bites from some of his speeches or talks, so that you can get an idea and be impacted and empowered. So we just heard the sound bite. Tell us your story.
Hey, before I get started, I just want to say thank you to you guys so much, Kevin and Nikki, for having me on again, and for you guys have given me a lot of credit, and I'm grateful. But I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that the work that I'm doing in this world is not me. I'm just grateful to be available to be a vessel for God's work, and to be obedient and do God's will. And I'm grateful for people like you who spotlight people like me. Yeah. Because
awesome.
Who am I empowering? Who am I inspiring if it's not for people like you? Put me in front of an audience to be able to let them hear what I have to share. So I'm just so grateful to you guys. Thank you so much, for taking your time to bring me on. You could have any guest. There's a lot of people who are doing phenomenal things in this world, and you chose me, so I'm definitely grateful for that.
Oh man, you're most welcome. Most welcome. And we echo what you said as it pertains to the show and the platform that we want to give to others. And this is going all over the world, so we're happy to share that with a family that's so has so much to offer and deserving. So this is just going to be a thank you tennis match. We're just going to keep throwing it back to each other. Is what it seems. So we all just thankful and grateful.
Yes.
But anyway, we played the sound bite, man. You have such a powerful testimony, a powerful story. Just tell your story.
I tell my story not because it's so much my story, but because it's your story.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Listening to this right now, this is your story, and some part of my story, everyone who hears it will be able to resonate with some part of my story. And I tell you not for you to be sorry for me, because this is not a woe is me kind of story. This is a story of challenge and obstacles and all kinds of things, and you'll learn about them as I go on, but it's a story about triumph. It's a story about overcoming obstacles and achieving the greatness that God has called for us to achieve by first asking God for what it is I desire, believing that I can actually achieve it, but not just believing, accepting that it's already done, feeling as if it's done, and being willing to do the work to achieve it. And somebody who's going through something that I experienced, I want you to know that I'm a walking, living testimony of a kid who used to feel like I don't deserve it. There's no way I'm supposed to be here. I used to always say I'm not supposed to be here because I faced death so many times. But the truth is, we tell ourselves these lies, we tell ourselves these stories that are not necessarily true, because the reason that you are here is exactly why you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here to fulfill God's purpose for you in your life. So I was born poor, like many people. You know, it's not even. It is what it is for a lot of people, especially in the inner city like Philadelphia and West Philadelphia, where I was born. We're poor. The city's still very poor, even to this day. And both my parents were using crack cocaine when I was about 4 years old, and my father was also a very abusive alcoholic. And I used to watch my sisters and I would watch my father boxing my mother.
Wow.
And she was helpless. You know, I remember my father. I used to think, being very young, and be like, "Dang, man, my dad could fight." I was so proud of my dad because I watched him fight his brother. They were both drunk one time, arguing, and they were fighting in front of me. And I was watching my dad. And he was throwing punches like a professional. I'm like, "Yo, this dude could box." I modeled him. You know, and I thought that was good. I mean, you know, you look up to your father.
Right.
That kind of stuff is cool. But then I watched him do it to my mom. And my mom would just fall up in the corner. She'd stand against the wall, and sometimes she would even defend herself. It was the oddest thing. He would just punch her until she would give in. My mom was very strong. She wouldn't fight back to the point where because he would threaten to kill her sometimes. But she would fight back to the point where it would almost agitate him, because it was like she was challenging him, because he wanted her to fall. It was like his thing to knock her down. And then when he knocked her down, she would stop, but she would stand there and she would take these punches. I don't know if it was her being crazy or what, but it was brutal watching it, and me and my sister screaming and begging and pleading and jumping on him, and he just throw us off, push us out the room, lock the door, and we'd hear her, you know, and you know, it was very challenging. And my mother eventually got tired of it, and she left my father. We moved into an apartment in Woodbury, New Jersey. We were very poor. Didn't know we were poor. We were so poor, didn't even know. It was just like this is just what we are.
Right,
you know,
right.
My mom did the best she could. You know, being a drug addict and dealing and fighting, you know, with that addiction. But I remember them often, you know, taking we get food stamps. We go to the store. My mom would buy us some things, steal some things, and we'd run off and steal some things as well to be a distraction. It wasn't like we talked about it, but it was just what we did.
Right.
We didn't know it was. We didn't feel as though it was wrong because mom approved of it.
Right.
We come home, we have a bunch of food, candy in our pockets, and whatever toys we could snag or whatever, and mom would leave. And she'd go out, she'd get high, and we might not see her sometimes for hours, sometimes for maybe, you know, until the next day or maybe 2 days. And my sister, I'm 6, 7 years old. My sister's about 9, 10 years old. And I had 2 younger sisters who were 5 and 4. And my 9, 10-year-old sister took care of us, you know, cooked us eggs, you know, fed us, made us cereal and things like that, and tried to keep us content until mom came home. And eventually, because of my parents' addiction and their absenteeism, you know, them not being around, my grandmother and my aunt put us in the foster care system. You know, they didn't want to care for us. And
Got you.
we always Tracy's kids, and Tracy's kids are always problem children. And, you know, maybe rightfully so. I don't know. We're children. I don't usually blame kids for their behavior, because I've been there. I had that kind of, you know, very challenging behavior as a kid. But instead of trying to help us, they stuck us in the system.
Right. Got you.
You know, it was really, really hard dealing with that. Being separated from my sisters, we only known that family bond that we were all we had. You know, fending for ourselves for almost, you know, all of our lives together, because of my parents' addiction, and then we got separated. And in the system, I was abused physically, I was abused mentally, I was starved. I got beat very often. I remember a story where I was in the basement. I was very belligerent, and my first foster mother was very, very, very strict, and when you didn't obey, you didn't eat. So she would punish you, and she would feed you. But we had a responsibility to feed the dogs, and she would take giant bags of dog food. And I remember I had access to food. I remember eating out of the dog food bag, and I'm 8 years old. And eventually, my great aunt had gotten me out of foster care. The same great aunt who my mother had given me away to shortly after I was born. My mom couldn't take care of me. She already had my older sister, and she didn't have a place to stay. So she gave me my great aunt said she would always be there for my mom if she needed help with the kids, knowing that she was on drugs. And my aunt got me out of foster care, and my sister. She's 47 years old. She's got 4 brand new kids that aren't hers, ages 11 through from 6 to 11 years old, and my aunt took care of us. But I still had a lot of baggage. I still was very belligerent, very disobedient in school, and she kept having to leave work to come deal with me in school. And she kept, promising me if she had to keep coming back, she would have to put me back in the system because she couldn't take care of me leaving work, and she's missing money and trying to take care of it. It was just a lot. So I didn't stop. And one day my aunt came to pick me up from school, and on the way home, she was crying on the way to the house, and I knew at that point that it had been done. And when we got home, someone from Vices came and picked me up. The Division of Youth and Family Services came and picked me up and took me away, and I'll be back in the system. And this time, it was different than the first, because even though I was abused, again, physically, I was also being raped and molested by my 16-year-old foster brother multiple occasions. And the foster parents didn't want to hear when I would try to tell them what was going on, and because we were guaranteed money from the state. And, of course, if the foster system knew what was going on there, they would never have children there again. So I remember one day I got tired of it. We had to go out every day at 2 p.m. We'd go outside. The house was surrounded by a very wooded area, and there was a firehouse. We were in Chislehurst, New Jersey, so the homes were really far apart, but there was a firehouse next to our home about 50, 60 yards away. And I remember feeling like the only way to get out of the situation, since nobody's listening to me, was to set a fire in the woods. And the fire department will put it out, the police will come, and I'll be able to tell somebody what's going on. So I did that. And long story short, I ended up in a group home for behaviorally challenged children. And but I was okay with that because I was away from
from what was going on.
And then my dad got clean. My dad got me out of the group home that I was in when I was 12 years old. But I always had a disdain for my father because I had to watch my father beat my mother. And I felt like my father made me learn how to be a man from my mom. I felt like he promised me so many times to come around on Christmas and birthdays and holidays, and he never showed up. And I'd sit outside waiting on the step for him, and he'd never come. And I blamed him for a lot of the challenges that I had in my life. I blamed him for the rape. I blamed him for the abuse. I blamed him for the neglect. I blamed him for everything, for why I was the way I was. And I was a child. I didn't know any better. I'm 12 years old at this point. I look at my son. My son's 12 years old. And it breaks my heart to know that a child at that age is experiencing the things I experienced at that time today. Right now, there's somebody who's going through this, and he's 12, or he's 11 or 10, and he's experiencing this, and there's nobody for him to turn to. And I remember what that's like, when you feel hopeless and helpless, and there's nobody there, and you're just waiting. You're hoping that mommy or daddy comes to rescue you, and of course, nobody's coming to save you. And I ended up being very disrespectful to my father. Not that he was, not that he didn't, that he was very respectful to me, but as a child, you owe your parents that respect. But I decided that I wasn't, a long time ago, that I wasn't going to respect my father, and I didn't. And he didn't like it. And when I was 16, he started, being very abusive toward me. He would call it discipline. Back in that day, it was discipline. Today it's abuse. Then it was abuse. We just didn't call it that.
Right.
It's abuse. And I know the difference between discipline and abuse because I've been abused.
Gotcha.
So I ran away from my father when I was 15. I was homeless by the time I was 16. By the time I was between ages of 16 to 18, I was kicked out of 6 different homes with different family members and different friends of mine. And their parents were great people, but I I started to recognize a pattern that everybody kicked me out. Everybody kicked me out, put me back in the system, didn't want me. It was always something, and I kept blaming everybody else.
Yeah.
And I remember standing on the corner in Lawnside, New Jersey, and I was asking myself, why doesn't anybody, want me? Why does everybody keep abandoning me? I was tired of being kicked out of places. I was tired of being fired from jobs. I was tired of being tired of things.
Yeah.
And I finally turned that proverbial mirror around, and I saw myself, and I asked myself, self, why doesn't anybody, want you? And of course, as I'm staring back at my handsome self in this proverbial mirror.
There you go. So that's transformation.
There you go.
There you go. That's right.
He got to get the bill on that one.
That's right. Awesome.
Wow.
I realized that myself was the problem. I realized that I was the problem. I was the common denominator in every situation. People weren't just randomly kicking me out. People weren't just randomly firing me from jobs. I was causing these problems in my life, and I knew that if I took responsibility for my own actions, I was the only one that could change and fix my situation. So if I took responsibility for my own actions, I could change the outcome. I could change the actions, and I could change my life. And that's what I set out to do. So I left New Jersey. College hadn't started yet, but I did get accepted into Temple University. I go to Philadelphia, trying to figure things out. End up staying with my grandmother, the same one who kicked me out. Put me in the foster care system, rather. But I ended up staying with her, and until college started, a little bit off and on, and then I met my wife at Temple University, Diana, beautiful woman at the time, a project girl, and she was so raunchy. Had such an amazing heart, but I recognized her because I grew up like that. I grew up project. I grew up in that type of environment, and there was something about her that was special because even though she lived in the project, that wasn't really who she was. The person's soul. You can really recognize when you're operating on a higher level of consciousness. You don't see with your eyes.
Right.
You see the soul of other human beings and be connected. And I immediately fell in love with her. And although when she asked me a couple of times to be a boyfriend, I turned her down. Or maybe it might have been one. But however many times she asked me and I turned her down, I really wanted her to be my wife. I just wasn't ready to commit.
Yeah.
I was still young, 21 years old. And,
Gotcha.
But
now we got to talk to her to get her side of stuff.
We got to talk to her now.
Because she might have played a little bit different. She might have been like, no, I turned him down.
I turned him down. He was chasing me around.
That's right. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
If she ain't on, I'm going to tell my side.
Are you so sure about that?
You sure she's not on the line?
Sure she not?
I don't know. She might. I am actually on.
Go ahead, Diana.
Here we go.
Travis, yes, he has faint memories about certain things that have to do with me for some reason.
Love it. I love it.
I love it. Yeah.
That is just, well, you know what, Travis, your story, oh my God.
Powerful.
I mean,
Powerful.
just powerful how you realized, that you were the problem and you said, okay, I'm going to fix it. And you made steps to fix it. And here you are, you're in college and then you meet Diana. And for Diana, my question is for you. What did you see in Travis that made you say, I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a shot. What did you see?
Honestly, it was just, he was a lot different than most guys that I had dealt with in the past. And I just wanted to give it a shot because I'm like, I keep getting the same because I keep dating the same. So,
yeah. Wow.
That's it.
That's it right there.
He was a really good guy. He was like the total opposite. He had 2 jobs. He was in college. He had a car, his own place. Like, that was totally left from what I was used to. So, he seemed like a really good guy. So
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Now, I want to make it plain that we didn't set this up. We didn't know she was gonna call in, so just so nobody not feeling bamboozled or blindsided. You know, we had no idea.
Because he said she ain't on the line. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
I know. Yeah, man. But this is all good.
Because Diane is very supportive, and she always has been very supportive of me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When I was not such a great guy, you know, I would say a bad husband. She always said I wasn't a bad husband or a bad father, but I've known good fathers because I've known my father, and my father showed me exactly what a father's not supposed to look like. So I knew what a good father looked like, but I wasn't doing what a good father should do. And I was reminding myself of my dad, even though I was home and I was there at my house and my family. I wasn't there. My wife would often say, "You're home, but you're never home." You know, I was always either playing video games or I was lost in. You know, I used to, you know, being a police sergeant, seeing so many different things, going through so many different things, having people die in your arms. You know, picking up their bodies, taking them to the hospital. You know, just going through all those things, it takes a toll on a human being.
Yeah.
And I justified the need to have peace because of that. I justified that need. I justified my actions. You know, being for myself, being at home, and finding outlets to escape from that reality.
Yeah.
You know, I made it seem okay because I needed that. I mean, the things that I did seem okay because I needed that space. You know,
Right.
There was just a lot of other things that I was going through that I had never faced as well because of my circumstances in my life. And you know, I never wanted to face them.
Right.
And I'll get into that a little later on and how that started to come about. But yeah, Diane's been very supportive of me, you know, throughout the years. I'm so grateful for her because she stuck by me when I was less of a man or less of a father.
Yeah,
she believed that I was special, and she saw the good in me and stuck it out, you know, through everything that I had put her through. And I'm just so grateful that she did because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Wow, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
that's powerful,
That's
that's a message to, you know, women out there, you know, of what you can do to encourage and inspire a man into what you want, you know, that man to become and be. And you can kind of sit back, look at your trophy when they have become what they have become, and be like, "Yeah, I did that." You know what I mean? Yeah, I had a lot to do with that.
You know what?
Yeah, that's my artwork right there.
Be quiet.
I'm just telling the truth. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the truth. But I mean, I'm definitely familiar with working in the system, and as I sat there and listened to your testimony, how powerful it was, it was kind of bringing back a lot of the conversations that I would have with the kids. Yeah. And, you know, just wanted somebody to listen, somebody to understand, somebody to believe them, you know, being in situations where they were being mistreated and social workers sending them right back to the same group homes and stuff like that. And, you know, it just was bringing back that reality. But you mentioned about how you got sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yeah. And sometimes we're never going to change until we get sick and tired of being sick and tired of ourselves. Yeah. But I have to say this, like, you had, like, what you've been through, you had the right to have that perspective. Yeah. You had the right to have that perspective, but yet you know, you said that, hey, maybe I'm to blame. You know, through my studies, I've learned that every human being has two types of pain operating in their lives. I call it consequential. That's when, because we're not perfect and we make bad decisions, we cause ourselves pain because, you know, we make bad choices. That's the human experience. Right. And that tends to be associated with guilt, shame, and regret. Because sometimes you wish you could turn back the hands of time and say, I wish I didn't make that decision. But the other type of pain, which is, to me, is the most difficult, is what I call inherited pain. And I'm not talking about generational. I'm talking about pain that you faced, or I faced, or that we faced, that we didn't pray about, we didn't ask for it, we had no control of it. It was out of our control, but it fell on us and it's affecting us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right, and that type of pain tends to be associated with anger, blame, and the temptation to become self-righteous. But yet you had the resiliency enough to say, even though I'm going through some stuff that wasn't my fault, it was out of my control, a lot of it. You know, you made your bad decisions, but a lot of times that stuff that we had no control over springboards into making bad decisions because it creates what they call self-destructive behavior patterns. But yet he had the resiliency to say, you know what, I want to change this. And if there's anybody that's going to change it, of course, with the power and help of God, I got to start looking like at the man in the mirror.
Yeah, and think of so many people who just didn't do that.
It's
who are walking around.
It's many people that don't even get on that path, and they go through life repeating self-destructive behavior patterns, hurting themselves and hurting others around them because hurt people.
Absolutely.
And it's just so powerful, just very, very powerful how you came to that moment where you said, if I'm going to change this, I got to change it. Yeah. And you decided not to be a victim. Now you met your lovely wife. You're in college, and I kind of want to go 3 beautiful children. Yeah. And I want to kind of, harp on the other side of the mountain, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
What?
The success part. Yeah. Because now he's a speaker. He's an author. You know what I mean? So finish telling your story. You're in college. We don't want to stop the train. You in college. Keep on going.
But we did pull over.
We pulled over. We parked for a little bit.
That's all right. Mm-hmm. So we're back to where I'm in college, and now I meet Diana, and now I have a family, and I have to figure out how I'm going to support this family. And the job that I had wasn't making. I'm a full-time student. I'm working just 38, 39 hours a week, so they can't consider me full-time.
Right.
Full-time to be a full-time student. So I'm just getting enough hours that I'm barely making. I'm making $12,000 a year, and I can't support a family on that. And I really don't want my wife to work because I want her to be home, with our daughter. And
right. That's right.
Wow. Want to allow her to do what she wants to do with her life, and not both of us be working and our daughter's in daycare. And that wasn't the idea of family for me because I didn't have my parents growing up. So I wanted to be in my kids' lives and at least have my wife there, in my absence while I work and support our family. And I used to watch the show called Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah.
You can take us back now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Dylan and Brenda, and they all going to the beach and they're having a great time, and their families are rich. And I always think, like, why not me?
Right.
Can't do I have to be poor? Why did my parents have to be drug addicts as opposed to being rich doctors and lawyers, and they can't send us to the beach and have a good time and have no worries and just live a beautiful life, in a place where it's paradise, where the sun, it's beautiful and it's always hot and the palm trees are swinging in the bright and in the light wind. I always wanted that life, and I didn't think I could ever achieve it because of where I had come from, but when I had my family, I started thinking, why not?
That's right.
Why, instead of saying, why not me? Why not me?
That's right.
I had that. Why can't I? Okay, I didn't have it as a kid, but I can do it for my kids. And make sure my kids live that kind of life. But, honestly, it was a dream, but I did have to get started somewhere, and I had to make a good life for them. And I always wanted to be a police officer. I didn't live a life that a police officer, would live. I didn't get hired a lot because I did have an arrest on my record, and, 14 different police departments told me no, I'd never be a cop, and 6 different departments, but they told me no a total of 14 different times. And I didn't let no mean no to me, but I knew what I wanted, and I believed that God had that for me, and that was the only thing I ever wanted to do. And I was going to achieve that, when I was living in a motel after we got evicted from our apartment because I was breaking windows and just causing havoc there and doing a lot of mischief, starting fires and getting arrested and all kinds of things like that. I got arrested my first time when I was 7 years old. Handcuffed in the back of a police car. And I live in a town where nobody looks like us. I was the only boy in my town that looked like us, and I had a bunch of sisters, and they were the only girls that looked like us in Woodbury, New Jersey. And they didn't, they weren't fond of us. I just say that, and racism was very prevalent. So when we were evicted and got into this motel, this police officer used to come around. I wrote about it in my book. Officer Steve used to come around every day. He was working and bring us food in the neighborhood, food establishments, bring candy or donuts or bread, milk, just something, because he knew my dad wasn't there, and my mom was out getting high often. And inspired me because he didn't look like us to show that same level of love and compassion that he showed to my family to some other kid.
Yeah.
So I knew I always had had it in me to become a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And there's pictures of me as a kid, with guns and that kind of stuff. It's so cool, knowing that that's what I wanted to achieve, and then knowing that I actually one day, would achieve it.
Right.
So I was told no so many times. I kept trying, and the thing department that told me no, 3 years after they told me no, they gave me a shot and they hired me for the police department. And after 7 years, I became a sergeant in that department. And I was just so grateful, to be able to provide for my family and be able to make a life for them. And I painted this picture, this idea of the American dream. A house, 2 kids, a wife, 2 cars, a dog, and a white picket fence.
Right.
And I was determined to have that. And I always wanted to make 6 figures a year, and that was my dream. And this, the department provided the opportunity for me to do all of that. And, I started to achieve those things. And once I recognized the power that I had, to manifest the things that I had envisioned in my mind, I was sitting on my couch one day, and I was injured from work. I had a back injury, and I was in a bit of a depression. I wasn't today. I do not subscribe to depression, but at the time, I was in a state of depression. I didn't realize it because I didn't like to be, as a man, we always want to, pretend we're okay.
Right.
But I wasn't happy because I wasn't doing the thing that I loved. I wasn't out, saving the world, as a police officer. And, at home, nobody's happy with me. Everybody's, upset because I'm always, angry and raging and just going through a lot. But my family through a lot, and I got tired of that. I was watching a video one day on Facebook. I don't usually watch the Steve Harvey show. At that time, I wasn't watching the Steve Harvey show. But I had saw this video on Facebook. Somebody had posted it, I guess, of Steve Harvey show, and this woman on there by the name of Lisa Nichols, and she's telling her story. I'm like, man, it's such a powerful story. I want the audience to cry and they're emotional. I'm like, man, that's a good story. And the way she's telling it is so good. I'm seeing what it's doing to the audience, but no disrespect to her, but they hear my story.
There you go.
To them, with her story, I know my story would change the world.
There you go.
Wow.
Nobody could ever imagine. So I decided to start using my story to inspire and empower others. Because at that time, I had achieved some things. I had done something. And I wanted to urge others to know that just because of your victimization, just because you didn't told no, just because of your environment or your hardships, your challenges, or whatever your perceived plight is, you can absolutely achieve anything you desire if you first believe God and believe in yourself that you can actually achieve it, and then do the work to get it.
You
can do it. And I wanted to be that voice for people who had experienced situations like me.
There you go.
Here I am, start writing a book and bringing back some challenging memories, and me and my wife start, falling apart because I'm being a whole jerk. I don't even know why. But I didn't realize what was happening was realizing that victimization. It was like re-victimizing myself. Going back to those experiences again, it was causing trauma because I never had dealt with it.
Right, gotcha.
So we ended up going to counseling and stuff like that, and counseling didn't do anything for me. He got on my nerves, and I was like, yo, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, just tell me so I can fix it. I'm the kind of guy that wants to be told I'm wrong. Let me know so I can change it. He would never think either one of us was wrong. He would just ask us questions to frustrate me so much. Now understanding, now after studying psychology a lot, trying to help other people, I understand the purpose of that.
Right.
But I saw myself again, and I saw that I was creating the problem in my home because I hadn't told Diana about the victimization, and I hadn't dealt with it. So eventually, after writing the book and, coming out with what was going on and telling Diana about it, telling my family about it, I started to overcome it. I started to uplift myself, and I started to, talking about it was therapeutic for me. And now I can help other people who have gone through the same thing. So, I decided to continue to push through the book, continue to push on my journey, and start this company that was going to impact the world in a positive way. So, for the sake of time, here I am today.
Yeah. And you guys as a family and as individuals and back as a family again are definitely impacting the world.
Yes.
And,
yes,
man, I mean, just a very, very powerful story. And, I've learned too that one of the reasons why a counselor won't come out and say you're wrong, because the objective is to get you to see yourself without them making you see yourself and things like that. And, as you're writing this book and you're, like you said, you were forced to relive these experiences and, that's what kind of what Kevin's Corner is about, like encouraging and inspiring human beings to face you. Mm-hmm. And one of the hardest people to face in life is yourself. It's what I found in my personal life as well. But I also learned that you can try to run from yourself all you want. You're going to bump right back into you. Yeah. And you're going to bump into other people and stuff like that. And so, it really just, I guess as you were writing, like the old sayings, you can't conquer what you don't confront. And you were confronting stuff and digging up old memories, or what they would say, old soil. But as a result of that experience, now you're on the other side of through, as they say, and there's a sense of freedom that comes with confronting, and people don't ever get to the freedom side because they're so afraid to confront, because it's more easier to blame. Right. And we talked about that last week. Right. And, and we all have had blame. Yeah. But when we ever get to that point, we say, you know what? As the old folks used to say in church, it's me, oh Lord, stand there and need a prayer. That's when stuff gonna start getting better. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Oh, that's awesome. That is just so powerful. For our listeners out there, if you're just tuning in, we are talking to Travis T. Wolfe Sr. We have his lovely wife, Diana, on the phone as well. Yes. And he is a transformational speaker. We just heard his awesome testimony about how he had been transformed, and how God had transformed and worked in his life. And you know what? If I want to listen to a transformational speaker, I want to make sure they was transformed first. You know what I'm saying? And we getting it here. You know what I'm saying? He's an author. You know what I'm saying? He's an author. He's an entrepreneur. He's a graduate. He's a police sergeant. He's a vet. He's an overcomer. I'm going to get it right. Philanthropist. He's a mentor and the leader of a successful and beautiful family of entrepreneurs, married to the lovely Diana Cherubin Wolfe. His children are Anaya, Travis Jr., and Ariel, and they're all redefining and living out their own idea of the American dream. He is the founder and CEO of Wolfe Empowerment Group. That's WOLFE, capital MPOWER, MET Group. And he is none other than Travis T. Wolfe Sr. And it has been awesome.
It has.
This has been like I feel like I was talking to Dr. Phil, man, to some degree today. You know what I'm saying? I've been helped, man. You know what I'm saying?
Get on my nerves.
Yeah. So, So, tell our listeners a little bit about we played a sound bite. We're gonna play your sound bites all throughout the show. When someone, books you to speak, what can they expect? I mean, we've heard a lot, but if there's certain topics that you talk about, is it specifically based on your testimony, or is it geared toward, say, a boss might say, hey, I need you to come in and encourage my staff to boost morale? Like, kind of tell us what that process is like.
Absolutely. So I always have individuals go to my website, wolfempowerment.com.
Okay.
And you already spelled it out for them, so I won't waste time doing that. But I have them go to the booking page, wolfempowerment.com/booking or /booking, and I have them fill out this booking form, which asks a bunch of questions. It asks, what does the audience need? What do you intend to get from the audience? What does the audience intend to get out of this session? A bunch of questions, and I need to know what the challenge is. Okay. What the boss, the leader of this group, the organization, or whomever is the decision maker, what they feel the challenge is for their people to overcome, or what the challenge is that they're facing that keeps their people from having morale, or from being upbeat or positive or whatever. And based off of that, I have a bunch of different things that I bring to the table, and things that I do with groups, exercises, and things like that. But I used to have this thing where I would prepare for that audience. Okay. What I thought I knew about the audience. But I learned something, because I'm always early. I'm always super punctual when I'm there, and I'm meeting the people. I'm shaking hands, I'm kissing babies, I'm talking to people. I'm learning about the people and what they really need. The boss might not always know why, this woman keeps showing up late to work every day. He might not know that the husband is out late every night drinking or whatever, and then coming home early in the morning, and before she comes into work every day, then she's arguing about why she found this hair on the pillow in the bed, or why she found this, whatever in his pocket or whatever. We don't know what people are going through. We think we know what the problem is, and then we assess them without actually talking to them and figuring it out. So I like to talk to the people, figure out what they need, and I always ask God before I open my mouth to allow me to give the people what they need and not what I want. So I get an opportunity to meet the people, find out what their challenges are, and I let God work.
Nice.
Anybody has ever been unhappy with God's work. I would love to take the credit and say I'm super phenomenal and everybody's always happy with me and it's always a great experience and everything, but the truth is, I just remove myself and let God work, and it always works out. It's been a phenomenal ride in that way. But what I definitely bring to the table is I definitely absolutely transform your audience. There's a lot of people out there, guys, who are motivational speakers. God bless them. They are phenomenal. So many of them. One of my mentors is a phenomenal motivational speaker, arguably the best motivational speaker in the world. I love what they do. The challenge for me when it comes to motivation is that motivation is fleeting. When you can motivate people in a moment, but when they get back to their home and they're looking at their environment, they're looking at their situation, and their mom's still beating them at home, or their dad's still beating your mom, or their sister's still out running in the street, messing around with all the guys in the neighborhood, and you still got to fight for her and defend her honor in the streets, and your big cousins ask you to come out and sell drugs, or you find your wife is sleeping with her, with your friend or whatever. That motivation will wear off right away. That motivation it's fleeting, but what I want to do is transform individuals and empower them to be motivated intrinsically in spite of me, in spite of their circumstances, in spite of whatever the challenge is. I teach them how to find a way to look at their circumstance as not a problem, but look at their situation as an opportunity.
There you go.
Look at it with a different perspective.
That's powerful.
Shift their paradigm so they look at everything differently. If my car flips over and it lands in a ditch, of course I'm human, I'm going to be pissed off at first, right? But I give myself 90 seconds to deal with that. 90 seconds till I'm done, and now I'm looking for, as a human, we're going to go through it, but now I look for the positive. How can I fix this? Why is this working the way that it's working? God, what are you doing? Maybe that car wasn't for me. Maybe that car would have, something, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't for me, though. There's something better out there, and I have that perspective. So me and my family, we had this idea that nothing bad ever happened to us. And even when I say stuff to my wife, well, I don't think that's a good idea because, this and this might happen, she'd be like, nothing bad ever happens to us, and nothing will happen. It's not that things that that are not non-comfortable don't happen to us. Some things we don't prefer, but
it's how you look at it.
As a bad thing. It's how we look at it.
Right.
All things are working together for the good for them who love God. So we know that all things are in divine order. And we believe that. So we accept whatever comes our way, and we find how to benefit from it, how to overcome that challenge, how to have it work for us, as opposed to looking at it as a problem. That's what I teach individuals, and I'm a toot my own horn with it here. I'm phenomenal at changing people's lives and changing their perspective and helping them to see things differently.
There you go.
Now, everybody doesn't change overnight, but with consistent follow-up, and giving them the tools and the resources, things like my book, things like my connections, my resources are your resources. I don't hold nothing back. There's no point in me holding on to them because I can't use them up by myself.
Right.
I can use some up. So I connect you to people, to opportunities, and I listen to you, find out what you want, what you need, and then I give that to you in any way possible that I can. So that's what you can expect from me.
There you go. That's powerful.
Wow, that's
powerful. Because they
right
like they say, even in psychology, the whole objective is to change your thinking. You want to change behavior, you change thinking. It reminds me of that scripture that says, so whatever a man thinketh in his heart, so is his behavior.
Yeah.
So is he. Thinking has to do with the mind. Heart has to do with the way we feel, our emotions. And of course, our behavior is what the byproduct of that negative or positive thinking. The pit stop is you're going to say something, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth going to speak.
Yeah.
And so if you got positive thinking, you're going to have positive speaking, feeling, and behaving. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what transformation is. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. So you helped me, man. You put me on the path, man.
No, I'm just reminding you of what you already know. You can cut that and replay things
Yeah.
That was absolutely phenomenal. That was really good.
Oh, thank you, man.
See that? You better go ahead.
That was
you better go ahead.
Awesome.
You better go ahead.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys. Man, we might have to. We definitely got to have you back at a later date. But this was just phenomenal. This was definitely phenomenal.
It was.
It was very, very awesome. Just very, very powerful, inspirational, motivating. And, you guys have such a beautiful family. Definitely fan of you guys. I follow you. You can just see the power and anointing and favor of God on your lives. And, the best, I still believe that the best is yet to come. And, you guys are going to go to even more higher heights and deeper depths. Anaya is going to open up doors for Travis. Travis is going to open up doors for Anaya. It's just going to be this circle of blessings that's going to come. And this is just what I believe in my heart and just feel led to say continued success and blessings to you guys.
Yes.
And, before you guys leave, put your websites out there, like your book, link or whatever. I know they can go to your website because we want to encourage people to get this book. We put so much into our craft, our acting, basketball, our job. It's time to put something into us, invest in ourselves. And this will be a great opportunity to invest in the greatest thing you can ever invest in, and that is you as a person. Invest in your thinking, invest in your emotion, invest in your behavior. Get this book, man. It's great. We gonna get it. I might get 2 copies and send it. I know a couple people might need this, John, but I'm gonna get a couple copies anyway. I'm gonna read it myself first, then but anyway. But so put your websites out there, and all your information so that people want to follow you, they want to book you, get in touch with you. Put it out there. Yeah.
Hey, honey, if you're still online, I like to let you go first and put your information out there. You're one of the most powerful people I know in this world, and greater than I, for sure. So if you want to put your information out there, they can follow you. That'd be great.
There you go.
I think she gone.
She by the pool. She might not have it.
She by the pool.
I got you. Well, you can put her information out there if you like. If she's and if you want to put, everybody's out there, you'd be more than welcome to do it. We just want you to take your time, put your information out there because we want people to follow you, contact you. Maybe some businesses out there might want to have you come in and, just kind of lift morale. There's a lot of low morale on these jobs. You know what I'm saying? They could use it. They could use it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, go ahead, man.
Absolutely. So, my name you can follow me everywhere at Travis P, as in Travis Wolfe, WOLFE. It's Travis T Wolfe. I'm everywhere at Travis T Wolfe. On my Instagram page, I have all my family listed, starting with my wife and my kids, so you can follow them as well. They're awesome, powerful individuals.
Absolutely.
So you can find my wife's information through her Instagram page. I'm Travis T Wolfe on Facebook as well, and my wife is Diana Wolfe on Facebook. She's also the momagerpreneur. So
nice.
That's it.
Nice.
AGER and preneur. PRENEU. I wasn't always in school.
R-E, who cares? You know what I mean? There you go.
I was going to say manure.
Hey, you heard me say, I was talking about empowerment. At the end, I went, mint. You know what I mean? That's right, man. You got to pronounce it at the end.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
It's all good.
All her information on there, man. Momagerpreneur, PRENEUR. So she's on there, man. She's absolutely phenomenal. And go to my website, please, guys. And I'm not telling you because I'm trying to tell you something. I promise you, I'd be doing you a disservice if I did not direct you to something that I know will absolutely change your life.
Absolutely.
Internationally, my book is changing people's lives, and I'm getting phenomenal feedback.
Nice.
I just put out, man. I'm glad you guys found it. I just put the video out last night at 11:59 p.m.
Wow.
Pacific time. So I'm so glad you guys are able to find it and get that up, man, because I think that video is so powerful.
It's powerful.
It's a powerful video. Yeah. It's definitely.
Yeah, it's such a great video. But you can get the book right up my website. You can get it on Amazon. I encourage you to get the audiobook. That was a labor of love, man. I put so much time in that and a lot of emotion in that. And you can hear the emotion in the book. I read the entire book from front to back. So it's a really, really great experience. It's on Audible. It's on iTunes. You can definitely find it wherever audiobooks are sold. And anywhere books are sold, you can find that book as well. I definitely encourage you to get yourself a copy. And, if you really, really have a challenge in getting it, but you really feel like you need it, reach out to me. I always keep some copies of books around. I would love to just put it in your hand. Even if you're not willing to support, because the important thing is getting the message to people and helping them to overcome. And one day you'll do it for somebody else.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right. And we want to give a shout out to little Travis Jr., who was on the show last week. He got his call back to Disney. It's Raven's house, who's back on the set.
Yes.
We'll give him a shout out. And shout out to Anaya, who's also on set doing big things. She's just working with everybody, and she's so gifted, so talented as well, man. And just shout out to the whole family.
And we
man.
cannot
and
leave
Ariel. She's modeling
and
just
carrying
with her pretty
on.
self. She's just a beautiful.
Yes, can't leave her.
Yeah, can't leave her out. It's just, they just such a beautiful, talented family, and they're inspiring not only people through their craft, but just through family. And that's just as important. Yeah. So, oh man. So thank you guys so much once again for coming on the show. This has been refreshing. It's been powerful. It's been inspiration. It's been motivational, and every adjective that would be connected. Continued success, to you guys. And, God bless, man. Love y'all, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Man, thank you so much. I told Diana when she sent me the message that you sent her, I'm like, oh, this brother speaking my language. I love it. The message you sent to her, like, I know who you are. I see you. And I appreciate that.
Yes.
Brother out there, who thinks like we think we connected, like we're connected.
Right.
And, who love God like we love God. So
that's right.
Connected with you guys. If there's anything I can do for you guys at all, man, just please let me know. I'm begging you. I get my fulfillment by helping other people. So
there you go.
Let me help you.
Yes,
all right.
absolutely.
All
absolutely.
Right. And the same here. If there's any way that we can help you guys as well, please let us know. And you guys are already family, but once you come on in the Kevin and Nikee show, you're family. Yeah.
I love it, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care.
Phenomenal day.
Yeah,
you too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Man, I'm trying to, oh my goodness.
Awesome,
that's why I was so quiet, because I was taking all of that in. I was taking all of that in. That's why I was so quiet.
I was like a sponge, man.
Yeah, I was
just
soaking it up
all in, man.
Because I just think of so many people who has gone through what he has gone through and have grown up just beating on their wives because they saw the father beating on the mother, can't get themselves together. They're in and out of jail, and the fact that he saw all of these things, these things happened to him, and he completely changed. I mean, he was like, my children are not going to go through this. I'm not going to put my family through this. I have to take responsibility. Yeah. That's just freaking awesome. Yeah. And I know we're not supposed to say freaking on our show because it's a family show, but I'm just saying.
But you ain't say the cuss word, so
that's freaking awesome. I mean, because it's so powerful, many people who were abused when they were younger and they grow up and they can't get away from it,
or they, you're very, very angry, and you don't know why, and you're trying, it's like it was just powerful, that's just the powerful, whole thing, and that's why it was so quiet. Man, he got that workbook. We should find a way to mail that workbook to R. Kelly. Oh yeah. We gotta get R. Kelly on the show. We gotta get him to talk to R. Kelly.
We gotta put them.
But you know what though? I know we're saying that to be kind of funny, but there's some validity, because it does bring up the question of how can, while you may have people that experience the same thing, while one goes this way and one goes the other way. I mean, it's just so and when I learned in psychology, and I believe, like I said, that R. Kelly is mentally ill. One of the difficulties of getting a mentally ill person, I'm not trying to say that to make a person look bad. It's just, I think they need to change the term, because it's not endearing and it doesn't make people want to get help when you say mentally ill. Yeah. But I want to throw that out there. But they have a blindedness about them such that they don't feel like nothing's wrong. And you can't conquer what you don't confront. This process, one of the steps in the process is admittance. You cannot get help, hope, or have healing until you admit. And, that admittance to self is just so powerful, man. And I'm going to tell you, it's about breaking the chains. Yeah. That's what he was, in essence what he was talking about, being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm going to break the chain so I don't repeat the same thing.
Right.
It's just powerful.
The whole, even when, like I said, he was talking about his mother. I remember my father, my father used to beat my mother for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, evening snack. He would just put a whooping on her behind that was just crazy. And, Travis said that, he and his sister would jump on his father, stop you. We weren't allowed to say nothing because he would turn and we would get the same thing. So we had to just sit in the other room and just hear her take these blows like it was just nothing. And I remember one year, my mother decided, listen, it's going to be either him or me. And I remember going into the kitchen. We had just come back from the theater, and it got to the point where we can tell when Mama was going to get a whooping. We can tell. Right. So one night I remember she went into the kitchen. I went into the kitchen because I was thirsty. I walked in behind her, and she didn't know I was behind her. And she took the knife and she set the knife in between her breasts, and she was going to take him out that night. And so when she turned around and she saw me standing there, I had tears in my eyes as if to say, no, Mama, don't do that. Because I remember as a kid, I would always say, well, why can't we just go stay with Grandma? And, Grandma, my grandmother, remember I told you my grandmother and my grandfather, alcoholics, grandmama died from alcohol. They didn't want anything to do with us because had we gone over to her house, that would interrupt her alcohol drinking. I got you. So we all had to stay in that house with our abusive father, beating our mother like that. And I remember when she finally got the goat to leave him, he wanted to take us from her, because he was upset that she was divorcing him and that she didn't stay any longer to take the abuse. And we were like, we ain't going with you. We're going with her. And to this day, my father and I, we do not speak. We do not speak. And I like to think that it's because, we didn't want to go with him, when we were younger. We wanted to be with our mother. And she struggled to take care of all 7 of us, as a nurse. But then later on happened to, get on public assistance and different things like that. But, we look at us now. My brothers, all of them are married. None of them beat their wives. I'm a successful actress. My sister's successful. My other sister went into the military. It can happen.
The thing, and pretty much what you're saying too is, it's not a death sentence because you have these experiences. Yeah, it's not a death sentence. It's not a life sentence. You can go from what would appear to be or is venom to victory. You can go from trials to triumph. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a life sentence or a death sentence. And hey, it was just so powerful, man. It was. He said something that was very, very profound. It was very, very. He said a lot of everything he said was very profound and powerful. But I want to point out something that could have made somebody maybe twist your face when he said it. He said, there are no bad things that happen to you. Now, somebody should have been saying, wait a minute, this man just gave his story about how he was sexually abused, and you mean to tell me there's no bad thing? But you got to understand the point he was trying to make. What he was saying was, there are things that are bad in a sense of we wouldn't have preferred to have gone through that or experienced it, but it's how you look at it. What he was saying was take that negative thing and look at it from a positive standpoint. Even the worst thing that has happened to you, once you've gone through the process of acceptance and admittance and getting the help and the transformation and all that stuff, you can look at it differently and then go help somebody else. Yeah. Because we got to fast forward to the end. Yeah. He's helping people around the world. Yeah. But he would not be able to do that had he not looked at those things that I'm going to say perceived bad things, which were in essence really bad things in a different way. And that's challenging. That takes growth. It does. That takes time to be able to look at somebody who doesn't deserve your forgiveness. Yeah. And that's why I said, you know what, brother, you had the right to feel the way you felt based on the stuff you went through. Yeah. He had the right, but yet he still had the resiliency, the power of God to say, you know what? If I'm going to change this, I got to change this. And it was just powerful, man. It was just such a blessed show.
It was
so awesome. And wow.
Yeah.
It was just great. I mean, it's just hard to. This experience was just great.
It was,
and we need more
of this.
Yeah.
So you know what I would like to do? I would like to have him on every now and then to give like a little motivational message.
I got that. That would be nice.
Give like a little motivational message every now and then to our listeners, because someone out there needed it.
Yeah. Somebody out there needed this. You know, somebody out there needed this, man.
Need to hear that they can, be great.
And here's the other thing too: the sound bites that we're going to play. You're getting it free here on the Kevin and Nikee Show. He gets paid for this.
Yes.
So listen, go get the book. Book this man to come speak at your job.
Yes.
It's just phenomenal, because like I said, Nick, we have to spend time investing in our human condition.
And we do.
We have to. It has to be just as important as us studying our lines and knowing our scenes and practicing jump shots and, getting good at our job. You better invest in your own mind, your own emotions, your own behavior. And that's what Kevin's Corner is about. That holistic investment into our human experience.
He got to get it again.
Yeah, he gets the bell.
He get the bell.
Oh, man.
He get the bell again. That's just great.
It was great.
That is just great.
This is, and I can, and just from,
I feel so good.
Yeah, you feel like, you feel like,
I feel good.
You just feel,
I
don't know, light.
I feel good.
Yeah. And that you've had a great experience when you don't want to let it go. And just us talking about it afterwards, it's just us not wanting to let this experience go. And I know our listeners out there feel the same way. Hopefully some minds were open, some eyes were open, some minds were changed. You know what I'm saying? In terms of how they view themselves, their circumstances, and maybe even coming to that point where I'm going to say, you know what? Today is my day to stop blaming other people.
Yeah.
And start to look at the man in the mirror.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because you know what? Our relationships are only going to get as good as the condition of us as individuals. You know what I mean? And that's all we just trying to do, man. So
absolutely.
Oh man.
I love it.
So
what? We're gonna try. What?
I wanted to bring up the rap thing, but we had to say that for another show, man.
And I was ready.
You ready? All right, let's do it.
No.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
I want to do it with Travis.
Oh, okay, so all right. So we'll invite
we gotta wait for Lil Trav to get All right,
then we'll do our little rap. Because I had my rap tribute already.
I had it ready too, but you know what? Today was so motivational.
Yeah, it was so motivational.
Oh my! I can't battle nobody right now. Yeah, he changed my mind.
It interfered with the battle.
He changed my mind. I can't do it.
It interfered with the battle. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So
what we're going to?
So we can take a break.
Yeah, we gotta do news and sports.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, it's gonna be time for
news and sports.
The Scholars Professional Editing Firm consists of a specialized group of academic doctors, editors, and statisticians that keep doctoral candidates moving through the academic doctoral process by providing one-to-one group mentorship and all-inclusive editorial services that produce writing advancements that result in exponential movement. The scholars conduct line-by-line proof editing and copy editing, university-specific format compliance, and substantive done-for-you services on the following documents: doctoral theses, dissertations, capstone projects, research studies, research proposals, research papers, and oral defense preparation and presentation. The Scholars Professional Editing Group keep you moving. For information on editorial services or our doctoral accelerated mentorship program, visit www.thescholarsedititing.com. That's www.thescholarsedititing.com, or contact Dr. Hayes at 281-315-6053.
All right. Man, so you know what? I can't let it go.
It's hard, man.
I mean, that was an awesome interview.
Yeah.
And just think of so many people that he is helping, so many people that he is helping to get it together.
Yeah. Getting set free from the chains of being, weighed down from, carrying this stuff, that's why sickness and disease is up and all this, stuff is going on, because we carry around the weight of pain, problems, and persecution, our trials, troubles, and tribulations. But, we heard it firsthand. You can go from what appears to be venom and go to victory.
Yeah, it's a lot. And it's a lot of people out here who are, in pain and, don't want to admit that.
Yeah,
and he's helping,
and that was one of the messages. And that was one of the messages that was sent. It's okay, to say, this is my story. This is what I've gone through.
Yeah.
It makes me think about that scripture that said, there's no temptation that has taken you such as common to man. In other words, you're not by yourself.
Right.
No, whatever anyone has gone through, you wouldn't be the first person. You're not going to be the last, and you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. And it's comforting in knowing that you're not the only one that has gone through it. But it's also even more comforting to know that you don't have to stay there, that you can overcome it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm definitely going to get my copy.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
going to get it. And I'm going to do the work in the book.
Oh yeah. I'm going to do the work in the workbook, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to do the work in the workbook.
This is investment in self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
man.
Because I can tell you some stories too, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, you already put it out there, Nick.
Yeah.
You started going into your share mode.
Yeah, because it wasn't, my childhood, it wasn't cute. It wasn't cute at all.
But I don't think anybody's childhood was, for lack of a better term, which is cute. Everybody has some, war stories that they share. But I commend you because, to just be moved to be able to share that. That said a lot about, maybe just perhaps what the interview did for you and things.
And the interview, it did help me, from, because I've been through some things too. Right. So the interview, it did help me. So I'm definitely getting my book. Yeah, I'm definitely, because, being a child shouldn't have to sit and watch their mother become a punching bag. Mm-hmm. She shouldn't have to do that. Right. When, like Travis, when you think of family and you watching 90210, everybody's at the beach and the mother and the father, they're working and how he said, he didn't want, Diane working. He wanted her to stay home with Anaya. Anaya's the oldest. Right. And, from what I've seen, what I witnessed as a child, mm-hmm. I am not, and I guess it has a lot to do with that mm-hmm. and what I witnessed. I can't sit at home, and let a man take care of me. I can't do that. Mm-hmm. I have to work because of what I witnessed, mm-hmm. Growing up. I have to have my own, right. So just in case something happens, mm-hmm. I got my exit. Okay. I can be out with the quickness. So for me to just not work, sit at home, for me, because of how I grew up, it would feel like I'm trapped.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't do that because now in my head I don't have my own money to bounce in case something happens. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So in my head, I always have to have my own so I can have an exit. I got you.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. That is real and authentic. And man, it's just powerful. It's just powerful.
Yeah. So I'm getting my book because I still have some things I need to be free from.
But all of us, every human being has some things that we need to be free from. And anybody that would say that they don't, you're in the worst condition mm-hmm. because you can't even get to admittance. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm going to get the book as well and just invest in myself And as I try to live a life of investing in me, like all the stuff I share with Kevin's Corner is stuff I apply to me first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or have learned or have grown from first. So it's not me trying to tell other people how they need to get better. It's me telling myself or have told myself, and I'm just sharing what have worked for me with our audience and hoping that they can learn. Because, you know, we share that same heart as far as, you know, wanting to help other people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you have, you know, found a nugget or a key in life and it has blessed you and worked for you, the normal response is, I got to share this with somebody else.
Yep.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get to sports.
We're going to try to get to sports hard. Today was so emotional.
This is good. It was good emotional though. Yeah. All right. So in sports, this weekend I had the opportunity to go to my brother's house and we had a chance to watch the Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia fight. And we had a real good time, but it was a great fight. So Errol Spence Jr. dominates Mikey Garcia for decisive decision victory and retains his welterweight title. Now, for those that don't know the backdrop of the story, Mikey Garcia moved up 2 weight classes. He's undefeated in his weight class and moved up 2 weight classes. And of course, you know, some of the risks and dangers of moving up and down weight classes is maybe your legs are not as strong and under you. Maybe you lose speed and things like that. And but Errol Spence Jr. continued to prove he's arguably the best 147-pound fighter in the world this past Saturday night. So in the end, it wasn't so much about the size difference between Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia last Saturday in their welterweight title pay-per-view bout as much as it was about the skills. Errol Spence, 25-0 with 21 knockouts, made the 4th defense of his IBF welterweight title with a dominant unanimous decision win in front of 47,525 fans at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, that went a long way in building his case among the pound-for-pound best in the sport. So behind a powerful jab and a clinical effort outboxing the 4-division champion Garcia at 39-1 with 30 knockouts, who was making the move up from 135 pounds, Spence took home wide scores of 120-107 and 120-108 twice. CBS Sports also had it 120-108 for the native of nearby DeSoto, just outside of Dallas. How dominant was the 29-year-old Spence in preventing Garcia from ever truly being in the fight? He outlanded Garcia by a margin of 345-75, according to CompuBox. And Spence also landed 51% of his power shots and limited Garcia to just 18.5% landed overall. So from the whole training camp, the experts like Sugar Ray Leonard felt like Garcia, who was too smart, and that and this is what Spence said, I couldn't box with him, Spence said. So he said, you saw today, I could box and move my head and do all that. Get this last part. If I want to. Be a bad man. The game is to be smart. It's a sweet science. I had the size advantage and my reach. Why not use my jab and take something away from him that he likes to do, which is to use his jab too. While Spence's powers advantage certainly played a role in disciplining Garcia away from taking reckless chances, it was his mastery of distance behind a 4-inch reach advantage that won him the fight. So Spence versus Garcia, the card results. Errol Spence Jr. defeats Mikey Garcia via unanimous decision, 120-107, 120-108, 120-108. There were others preliminary fight. David Benavidez defeated Julian Love via second round TKO. Luis Neri defeated McJoe Arroyo via 4th round TKO, corner stoppage, and Chris Arroyo defeated Jean-Pierre Augustine via 3rd round knockout. And it was just a great night of boxing. That's all I got in sports.
Nice. So let me ask you. So okay,
So in weight class, how many weights do you have? Like heavyweight, lightweight?
Yeah, you had heavyweight, lightweight, middleweight, welterweight. You have featherweight. So it's different. Weight divisions. And so with Mikey Garcia, he moved up 2 weight classes, and that's he was trying to make history by getting another title. So he had 5 belts in his class. He wanted to move up and try to get another one.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have definitely made. There's only a few that's been able to do it. Like Floyd Mayweather did it, Manny Pacquiao did it. So it's risky, but only a few, are able to do it and be successful. So, and I got to tell the ending of the story.
What?
At the end, you know how they interview people. Now it's not going to be like.
Listen.
It wasn't. It's not going to be like Broner.
Like Broner. Okay.
No, it wasn't like Broner. He was cussing out the. He was cussing out the commentator, talking about get your.
You come over. I got
a lot to say. But no, so they ended up interviewing Errol Spence Jr. and of course Manny Pacquiao's in the audience. Yeah. And so of course the commentator brings up, because to my understanding, Manny Pacquiao is supposed to fight the winner of that fight. Okay. And so but he, Errol Spence said, "Where's Manny Pacquiao? Bring him over here." Ooh. So he said yes, but he did give him. He wasn't cussing, but he did give him respect. He said he was honored that Manny Pacquiao was out there to watch his fight, and he would love to fight him. Okay. And so they asked Manny Pacquiao, "Do you want to fight Errol Spence Jr.?" And Manny Pacquiao started going, "I want to thank Jesus, and I want to thank the people of the Philippines, and Al Heyman, and thank all the people for coming out, and hopefully I will come back to Dallas, Texas to fight." Well, Manny, you're avoiding the question. Do you want to fight Errol Spence? I want to thank Jesus and and the people of the Philippines.
You get on my nerves so bad.
And then he walked away smiling, man. I was like, oh man.
Well, he answered the question.
Yeah, he said
hopefully.
Hopefully he'll be back. He's gonna talk it over with his team, and hopefully he'll be back. So hopefully we'll see a Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence Jr.
You know what? You get on my. Why you always doing that?
He said, "I want to thank Jesus and the people of the Philippines." Yeah.
You play too much. See, come on now. When you bring I got lots to say.
Yeah. So all
right. Well, in news, let's get the sad news out first. Okay. In news, Frida Foreman, the daughter of former professional boxing champion George Foreman, was found dead last week in a home near Houston. And Frida died unexpectedly, but medical examiners were able to determine that the cause of Frida's death was an apparent suicide. Oh man, this is just crazy. This is crazy. Yeah. And Frida, who wanted to be a boxer, she was told by her famous father, "Nope, you get an education first." So not only did she, bring home her degree, she also is a mother and she's also a wife. And she later, after she did what her father wanted her to do, which is go to college, graduate, and different things like that, she became a boxer. She had a brief boxing career where she finished 5-1 with 3 knockouts from the year of 2000 to 2001.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers definitely out to the Foreman family. Yeah. Champion George Foreman and the family. And like I said, it's a lot of pain out there. And that's why people like Travis T. Wolfe Sr. are so important. You know what I mean? So important, man.
Y'all get the book. Yeah. Let's get and listen, when you get your book, hit us up on the Kevin and Nikee Show at kevinandnikeshow@yahoo.com and let us know what you think, and send us your questions, and we can read the questions to Travis, get the answer, and read it back on our show. Let's open up some dialogue about this, because he's helping. He's helping to heal.
And like I said, it's going to make for a better personal human existence.
Yeah, get your book.
And I also want to say that you have a situation where a young lady committed suicide, and I know how people think. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's going to be somebody going to say, "Oh man, why she do that?" Da, 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 da. You never know what somebody's going through till you walk in their shoes. And from my education and learning, I learned that people who commit suicide don't really want to commit suicide. They want to escape from the box of pain that they feel or believe that they can't get out of or get away from or escape. It's to the point of being moved to hopelessness. you know, and the bottom line is, if circumstances, God forbid, were to arrange themselves similarly, you know, we could possibly be moved to that too. Yeah. You know, God forbid.
Yeah.
But I just want to crush any judgmental thoughts towards her or anybody who have thought about committing suicide or, you know, have attempted. We want to encourage you to go get the help.
Yeah.
We want to encourage you to go get the book.
Yeah.
We want to encourage you to go get counseling. It doesn't make you a failure or a punk, especially for us as men who have that pride where, like he said on the show, we can't let people know we're hurting or that things are wrong with. It takes a strong man to go get counseling. Mentally ill people don't go get counseling.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And if you ever ask a counselor, Doc, am I crazy? They would tell you the simple fact that you're here, that tells me you're not. You know what I mean? We got to learn how to go get help.
Yeah.
We got to go learn how to go get help.
We do.
You know, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so our thoughts and prayers are with the Foreman family as they mourn the loss of Frida and, you know, wrap their arms around the grandbabies, and the husband lost a wife. So our thoughts and prayers are with them. Now, in other news, Josie Smollett had his first day in court last week.
Okay.
Now, although he didn't have to appear in the court, he walked out towards the courtroom suited and booted. You should have seen him. Had on his trench coat, his sunglasses, even his entourage had on the same thing, and they all were walking the same exact way.
Okay.
I'm like, look at them.
Okay.
Where he going?
Right.
I mean, he was walking like, look, ain't nothing going on over here, because he's still maintaining his innocence that he did not do what they're saying that he did. So, you know, he was suited, booted, and sunglassed down on his way to court.
Okay, that's what's up.
On his way to court. So, you know, like I said, he's still maintaining his innocence. He's still saying that, you know, he was attacked and he did not participate in his attack. That's what he's saying. Okay. That's just crazy right there.
All right.
Now, and ain't that some bleep news? Felicity Huffman, the wife of William H. Macy. And for those of you who don't know who William H. Macy is, just think of Shameless. Okay. And Lori Loughlin, the mother from Full House, they all indicted. I mean, at least 50 of them on this huge college scam.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and everybody is weighing in on it. And Lori, because, you know, they're bringing Full House back. It's called Fuller House. Okay. They fired her.
Oh,
they fired her. She is not going to be on the show. And she encouraged, you know, from everything that's going on with the scam and them being named in the scam, you know, she has 2 daughters. Now, here's the thing. Right. Her daughters are not athletes, Kev, at all.
Right, and they had, from what I understood, they had them on record as being part of the crew.
Yeah, part of the rowing team. And had them on there with
on the roster.
On the roster as some of the athletes on the team. And Lori and her husband, they have a gym in the basement, so they have like this machine down there. So she took pictures of the girls on the machine,
on the rowing machine.
and I'm like, come on now. Do you know how hard it is for people to even get their kids in college? Yeah. You know, and here you are,
and they're rich.
And why are you cheating your way in and you're rich?
Right.
I mean, what is the problem?
Right.
Changing the answers on the SATs.
Man. And this is going on all over the world. This is just an example of what has been exposed.
Yes. And let me tell you, they are like, this is unacceptable. Even Rob Lowe was like, listen, he was like, shout out to my son who studied, who took the SATs and got a score on his own.
Right.
You know, people are not happy with this. And one person tweeted like, how can a rich person, you know, who can afford to pay their college tuition and many others cheat their way into college? How is that?
So let me ask you, are they going to now change the name of the show from Fuller House to More Empty now?
You get on my nerves. See, every time, y'all, I leave it up to you every time. But I mean, can you just think of all these children and their parents who are struggling to pay the college tuition, pay for their kids to go, stay on campus, robbing Peter to pay Paul, just to get their kids in. And here you have the money. You have the money and you're cheating.
Yeah, right.
I mean, changing SAT scores. They even had sound bites from a phone call, a phone conversation that Felicity was having with the professor. And you guys, I'm not talking about regular teachers. I'm talking about the higher ups, like the CEOs and different CEOs and different things like that, higher ups in college, and they cheating and carrying on. I mean, come on, man.
Golly.
I mean, come on. Do you know how hard it is to study for them darn SATs? And here these girls don't even study. They don't even have to study for it because the parents are cheating for them. I mean, come on. That's just crazy.
Right.
That is just crazy, man. I tell you, that is just crazy. And I'm telling you right now, I got the list. I got the list of the names, and I would say 10 out of 12 out of the 50 people on there are all in the athletic department.
Wow.
Athletic department. Now, how you going to be in the athletic department? Them girls ain't athletes. Come on. In the athletic department, cheating to get people at the college in your athletic department. And let me tell you, Lori Loughlin, one of her daughters, is the face of a makeup brand in Sephora. She got the axe. Yeah. She got the axe. They nope, we're not supporting. And I'm so glad that people are stepping up and saying, we're not supporting this.
I got you.
We're not supporting it.
I got you.
So, I mean, listen, as hard as it is, to get these kids in school, and you're cheating their way up in there. Right. So I'm glad that people are like, nope, we're not going for that.
All right.
We're not going for that. So that's all I got. News.
Right. Wasn't
that crazy though?
Yeah, that's
that was crazy right there.
Yeah.
That was crazy right there.
Well, all right. So we're going to listen to soundbite number 2, Winners Win by Mr. Travis T. Wolfe Sr. And then after that, it's going to be time for my favorite part of the show. We're going to find out what's bothering Nikee. It's the Kevin and Nikee Show, iHeartRadio. We everywhere. We'll be right back.
What's up, winners? This is Winners Win. I am Travis T. Wolfe, the Overcomer, reminding you that you are great. Listen, you are exactly where you are right now in your world because that is where you believe that you can be. Exactly where you are. Like, if you're not in the house that you want to be in, if you're unhappy with your job, if you're only making a certain amount of money, if you wish that you had more, but you don't, you are exactly where you are because that is where you believe you can be. For a long time in my life, I believed that I would end up dead or in jail. My grandmother used to tell me, you're going to end up dead or in jail just like your father. My dad used to tell me, you're going to end up dead or in jail. Now, if my dad's saying it and my grandma's saying it, they got to be right? So I believed that I was going to end up dead or in jail. So subconsciously, I started to do things that would facilitate that process, right? That would land me dead or in jail just like my father. It was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I believed it, so I lived out a life that would make sure that I ended up in those places. So I faced death multiple times, right? I was standing in a hallway in my apartment building with a gun in my mouth. I was standing outside of my car with 2 police officers pointing their guns at my back, right? I was standing on the corner of 10th and Burke Street in Philadelphia, and a man was standing in front of me threatening to kill me. I kept putting myself in positions to be killed because I was supposed to end up dead. And I got locked up a few times, right? So I was supposed to be dead or in jail. And none of it was surprising to me because that's what I believed. So when I decided to change my beliefs about myself, when I decided to change the way I felt about where I should end up in life, when I decided to truly believe that I could have success and that I could achieve, that I could have more and be more and do more and help more and serve more and love more, crazy things started to happen. Subconsciously, I would put myself in position to live more and have more and do more and be more and want more and serve more and help more and love more. I started to do things that would make me successful. I started to put myself around individuals who could help me to achieve and could show me what achievement looked like. But it's only because I believed. I used to think that I couldn't have, right? And for a long time, I didn't. I was making $12,000 a year. And I was very, very poor, right? And I had a fiance and kids, right? So I decided to start believing that I could be a great provider for my family. A year later, I made $48,000, 4 times more than what I was making previously. And then every year after, I just made more and more money. And I've become a great provider for my family, right? And now we're living the life that we desire to live and getting more and more and more because we believe that we can be there. So listen, you can have, do, and be anything that you desire, but you have to ask, believe, and be willing to do the work. Go get some and go be great. What's up, winners? If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and go be great.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I love those. I love these sound bites, man.
I love them. Putting himself in a position to have that demise happen to him because of what they said.
Yeah, they speaking death
over him,
self-fulfilling prophecy. That's powerful. That's real.
Yeah,
that's real. And he had to change the narrative towards himself and start saying, "Hey, I can have, I can be, I can do."
Right.
And that's just powerful, man. Right. This is powerful.
They both said that he would be dead or in jail, so maybe maybe
that's the life I'm supposed to have.
So he's
maybe
putting
how I'm supposed to end
in
up.
position to do it. That's crazy.
And you know what? Did you hear the part we said? Subconsciously, I begin to behave towards that process. That's real stuff. And sometimes we all just need somebody to speak life over somebody else's life. And what happens, just like when you speak life over somebody else, they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah.
But there's so much envy and jealousy out here. They don't want you to take the positivity that you see in them and run with it because their fear is you're going to become more than me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep what crazy. I see good about you to myself. And I'm not going to tell you.
That's crazy.
That's kind of what's going on in the world.
That's crazy.
But anyway, it is now time for my favorite part of the show. You're going to find out what's bothering Nick. What's bothering you, Nick?
Nothing.
I figure you're going to say that. Not a thing.
Man, not a thing. Yeah. Not a thing. Not a thing. I mean, Travis was his testimony.
It was therapeutic.
Everything therapeutic. Yeah. So whatever was bothering me is not bothering me anymore.
Well, it may have been bothering at the beginning of the show, y'all, but it's not now.
It's not now. It's not now. So you know what? I'm just going, what's bothering Nikee? We'll be back next week.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe after I get my workbook. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
What's bothering Nikee might be on a hiatus for about a couple months. So
I don't know.
We got to find out, see what happened.
We got to find out and see what happened. But nothing's bothering me today. I mean, our interview just totally changed my mind.
It's kind of hard to not be positive after hearing all that.
It really is. Is.
To not be encouraged, to not be inspired, to not be motivated. Yep. So I get you, Nick. I'm right there. Ain't nothing bothering me either.
Ain't nothing bothering me.
Yeah.
What's bothering Nikee? Be back next week.
All right.
So we're going to take a break.
Keep it moving.
We're going to keep moving.
So we're going to play another soundbite?
We're going to take a break, play another. Oh, man. See, this is hard for stuff to be bothering me. Yeah. These soundbites are so inspirational.
All right.
We're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's going to be time for my favorite part of the show. Another inspirational part that I so love. Kevin's Corner.
When I was a child, I was a victim of mental, physical, and sexual abuse. That victimization stuck with me till I was 32 years old. When I was 32 years old, I decided that I truly wanted to win in life. But in order to win in life, I had to overcome my victimization. But in order to overcome my victimization, I had to decide that I was going to stop being a victim. What's up, winners? This is Winners Win. I am Travis T. Wolfe, the Overcomer, and you are great. When I was younger, I was a victim of mental, physical, and sexual abuse. And that victimization stuck with me until I was 32 years old. But when I was 32, I got tired of being a victim. I decided that I truly wanted to win in life. But in order for me to truly win in life, I had to find a way to overcome my victimization. And people always ask me, how do you overcome victimization? How did you overcome all these troubles and the trials and challenges you had in your life? It honestly started with a decision that I was no longer going to be a victim. When you decide that you're not going to be a victim, you adopt the mentality of a victor. I decided that I wanted to be a victor as opposed to a victim, and then I started to win. Once you make the decision, you start to do what victors do. You start to act like victors act. You start to think like victors think. When we become victims, we develop what's called a victim's mentality. And in that victim's mentality, we begin to blame. We begin to blame everyone and everything that we can possibly find to blame our current life circumstances on. I used to blame my mother and my father and their addiction to drugs and my father's addiction to alcoholism for the reason why I had a crappy lifestyle. I used to blame the police officer who arrested me for the reason why I couldn't get the job that I wanted in my life, as opposed to me blaming myself for the decision that I made to get me in that position to be arrested. I used to blame my teacher in college who gave me an F in dance class for the reason why I had a 1.9 GPA, as opposed to blaming myself for deciding not to go to class often enough that I failed the class. I used to always blame other things and other people for the reasons why my life, quite frankly, sucked. But when I stopped blaming other people, when I decided to be a victor, I realized that blaming other people and blaming other things takes away your power. It strips you of the ability to change your circumstances. When you take on the responsibility, when you decide that all the situations and circumstances that are happening in my life are because of me, 100% because of me, you eventually begin to give yourself the power back, because only you can change your circumstances. Only you can change your life situation. Only you can change you. And if you change you, you will change your life. Success and greatness are absolutely yours for the taking. But if you want to overcome your victimization, you have to decide to no longer be a victim. Go get some. Become a victor and go be great. What's up, winners? This is Travis T. Wolfe. If you enjoyed the video, for the latest content, please like, share, and subscribe, and go be great.
You're listening to the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio.
All right.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. We talked about that blame last week on Kevin's Corner.
I love these sound bites.
Man.
I love these sound bites.
Woo. Man.
I love these sound bites. I love it. I love the sound bites.
Yep.
I mean,
it's just powerful, man.
So powerful.
So
powerful, man. Yeah. That's why ain't nothing bothering me.
Yeah.
That's why nothing's bothering me.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just so filled up, and I just can't wait to get my workbook, because I want to, start working in it too, because everybody got some things.
Every human being, and any human being that would say that you don't have anything to get better at, work on, get healed from, you're lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, those are the people who more than likely are going rather can't be helped or be the hardest to help. Because like I said, you have to have that level of admittance that, hey, there's some things I need to get better at. Acknowledge, confront, so I can conquer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm glad about that.
All
right. So now it's time for another inspirational person and piece. Kevin's Corner.
All right, guys. So we're going to keep the ball moving as we continue to deal with the signs of low self-esteem. Okay. So as we continue to sweat through this tough but very worthy transition and process, it's important to practice self-compassion. Okay. Self-compassion is to be far more psychologically beneficial than self-esteem. Okay. Self-esteem still focuses on evaluation and performance, where self-compassion is encouraging an attitude of kindness and patience. In other words, you don't have to beat yourself up and expect yourself to change overnight. So self-esteem can increase our levels of insecurity, whereas self-compassion asks us to just slow down and assign ourselves value simply for being human. Okay, once we realize our own strength and importance, once we see the ways we've been hurt and can feel for ourselves on a deep level, we can actually start to break free of the chains that hold us back and hold us down. We can shed the insecurities of our past and become the people who we want to be. All right. And we gave the definition, 2 definitions of low self-esteem. They pretty much say the same thing. Low self-esteem is characterized by a lack of confidence and feeling badly about oneself. People with low self-esteem often feel unlovable, awkward, or incompetent, etc., etc. So as observers of our own behavior, thoughts, and feelings, we not only register these phenomena in consciousness, but also pass judgment on them and then ultimately pass judgment on other people. Low self-esteem from a psychology perspective is a widely used concept both in popular language and in psychology. It refers to an individual's sense of his or her value or worth, or the extent to which a person values, approves of, appreciates, prizes, or likes him or herself. And that's Blasevich and Tamaka, 1991. So we've been dealing with the signs of low self-esteem for the last 2 weeks. Just to recap, the first 2 weeks we dealt with shame and pessimism. Last week we dealt with exaggeration and blame. This week we're going to deal with lack of boundaries and putting others down. Okay? So, lack of boundaries. When people feel bad about themselves, they may allow others to use them to get attention of any kind or to do anything to feel loved and accepted. Mm-hmm. One of the examples that, we talked about on the show when Nick was talking about all these challenges out here that could, potentially get one killed or badly hurt. That's what you call lack of boundaries. That's a sign of low self-esteem, that you're willing to do hurtful and harmful things to oneself to get love, to get acceptance, to fit in, or to get attention of any kind. The next one we're going to deal with, and we'll stop here, is putting others down. Now, I want to deal with this from 2 perspectives. So misery loves company is usually looked at as a bunch of miserable people getting together and being miserable. And it is that. And we see that very, very often. But it also means that miserable people reach up to where you are and pull you down to their miserable level by putting you down because they need company. Mm-hmm. So that you are in the same company category or level as they are. In other words, if I can make one as messed up as I am, then I don't have to feel as bad about myself. Remember, we project onto others out of the foundation of who we are.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's all I got, man.
I
tell you, man,
this show,
Brother Trans Singer, man, yes, he like rubbing off on me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness! Wow.
That's it, man.
This is like
it's just a ball and spear of positivity, a ball and spear of encouragement, a ball and spear of inspiration and motivation.
Wow! But you know what?
We're in the zone, man.
I'm just so filled.
That's it.
I'm just so filled today.
Yeah.
Today's show was very motivational and inspirational. Please, 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 you guys.
Get the book.
Get the book.
Get the workbook. Invest in the best thing that in person you can invest in.
Yeah, yourself.
That's it.
Get the book. Everybody has something that needs to be worked on and needs to be, changed. So let's get the workbook and let's go through it together.
Let's get to working.
And
then let's share like positive overcoming testimonies.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Travis said, go be great.
Yeah, go be great. And keep in mind too, that as we were working on ourselves, he kind of touched on that as he was writing the book. Sometimes, and I touched on this in Kevin's Corner, you're going to have to relive some things.
Yeah.
But you got to keep going so you get to the other side.
Yes,
of that.
you do.
Because there's freedom and healing and all that stuff on the other side. So we're going to work through some stuff.
Like they say in church, there is healing on the other side of through.
That's right. That's true.
It's something about them old church songs now.
Yeah, you're right.
It's some. They knew what they were talking about. Them old church, down home church songs. They knew what they were talking about because they knew, we gonna be going through some stuff. But there is healing on the other side of through. And what's that other song? Shake it off and pack it under your feet.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. Now I gotta admit this. All them songs wasn't biblical though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember that song? Remember that song? He never said a mumbling word. That's a lie. He did say something. He said, you have no power here.
See?
He never said a mumbling word for me.
You know.
Yes, he did. He said he told the centurion, you have no power here. I'm hanging up here because I feel like hanging up here.
Kev.
Get me hyped up, man.
Kev,
Kev. What?
What they are talking about.
I know what they're talking about.
Is that he didn't say a word while he was being whipped and stuff and dragged off to the cross.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. He did say a mumbling word.
What did he say, Kev?
That was the only time he opened his mouth on the cross.
What did he say?
You have no power here.
Yeah.
In other words, he said, I'm hanging up here because I'm like.
But he didn't say anything when the nails
right.
You know what? See, y'all.
Right.
You know what? This one right here. Yeah. I tell you.
Like, I be listening to that stuff, you know. But,
you know. I be sitting there like, yes, he did. He said something.
I be sitting listening to that song like, man, they up there lying.
Get over
He did say a mumbling word for me. But anyway, I don't know.
He changing the song.
Changing the song. No, man, it's all great. But we understand the purpose behind why they sang what they sang. Yeah. And like you said, Nick, it had a lot of truth in there.
Yes, it
and
did.
Things that we could learn from and grasp from and grow from and heal from.
Yes.
And increase our faith from.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. But that's all I got. That's it. So we're going to put it out there?
Put it out there.
All right, listen. I'm actor Kevin D. Benton, man. And I just want to say thank you from the top, middle, and bottom of our hearts for tuning in, for listening. We know that you've been helped in some kind of way, shape, or form. Thank you for tuning in, man. And we share that same sentiment of giving and helping others, even with the guests that we bring on the show. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they're imparting knowledge and information and, you know, all those very different avenues. So thank you guys. We do what we do for you. We can't do what we do without you. And so we always want to put that out there from a heart and attitude of gratitude. But I'm actor Kevin D. Benton. You can find me on Facebook, Kevin D. Benton. You can find me on Twitter at Kevin D. Benton. Check us out on YouTube, actor Kevin D. Benton and actress Nikee Warren. Check out our clips. We got some movies up there. We're going to be putting stuff up there daily, man. Follow our journey, grow with us, develop with us. And as we continue to move up, man, you know. So.
Yes. And I am actress Nikee Warren. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at Nikee Warren. And on the gram, hello, I'm Nikee. That's spelled HELLO. I'm NIKEE. Almost forgot. Mm-hmm. And you can find our show on Facebook, The Kevin Nikee Show. On Twitter at Kevin Nikee Show. And you can find us on the gram, The Kevin and Nikee Show. Yes, we are on the gram, people.
Yes,
going over and like us and follow us on Instagram.
And we will follow back.
Yeah, we'll follow back, and we're gonna put some of these sound bites that from today. Yeah. We're gonna put some of those sound bites up there in our show page on Instagram. And our guests. We're going to put all of that up there so that you can have it. Right. So that you can have it and you can see it. And please go to YouTube and check us out. Yeah. Also, we got pages up there. Yeah. We got the news. We got honor. We got some stuff coming up there. And you about to see a transformation coming to YouTube too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Can't wait to put that up. Y'all be like, wow, look at Kev. Mm-hmm. Yes. Can't wait to put that up. And listen, also, go to YouTube. Check out the sound bites. Travis T. Wolfe Sr. Yeah. I'm telling you,
Wolf,
you will be inspired. WOLFE. Wolf Empowerment. And man, I tell you,
it's been another.
It's been a great show today. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been healed. I got some stuff that I can't wait for my workbook because I want to release some more stuff. You know, I never really talked about my mother and father's relationship and how that affected me, growing up. So thank you, Travis.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, see, you got that
off.
Yeah, some things were, you were helped. You were helped in the midst of this thing.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. And I know if I was helped, if Nikee was helped, I know our listeners were helped as well.
Yeah.
And I feel good that we're able to bring guests on the show to help others.
Yeah.
Whether they're directors or, transformational speakers, actresses, singers. We're always putting people in a position to get more information. And knowledge is power, but knowledge applied is even better. See, he rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever said something like that.
Awesome. I mean, really, really good, and it, like I said, it helped me because from, being raised, from what I've seen as a child and, programming in my mind that I always have to have my own to be out just in case stuff happens. That's who wants to live like that.
I got you.
And I've been living like that.
Because sometimes what happens is, we feel that the best person I can trust is me.
Is myself.
It's
That's
myself.
right. Yeah.
And so we develop, and every human being has mechanism. They call self-protective mechanisms.
Yep.
And control is one of them.
Control is one of them.
I want to be able to control my own destiny. And we all have a level of wanting to control our own destiny to a degree. And there's a healthy level and then there's an unhealthy level.
Yeah, it's an unhealthy level. Yeah. So very helpful, very motivational, very inspiring. I mean, wow. And, like I said, get your workbooks. Please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns for our special guest, shoot us an email to KevinandNikkeeShow@yahoo.com. We'll read it to him, get the answer, and read it back. And you can reach out to him too.
That's
you can reach out to him too. Check out the website. And, man, I tell you.
Because you never said a rumbling word for me. So I'm going to leave it alone.
You know what? It's the Kevin and Nikee Show on
iHeartRadio. We're everywhere and we're out of here. Check out this soundbite. Peace.
What's up, winners? Travis T. Wolfe, the Overcomer, reminding you that you are great. Listen, it's a new day. It's a new day. We're always talking about growth. We're always talking about expansion, right? We have to grow. If you're not growing, you're dying, right? So we want to grow. And I've had a great time doing the Winners Win videos. First season, it was phenomenal. We did that for a year straight. And I cannot express to you how grateful I am for your support, for all of the views, for all of the following, all of the likes, all the comments. It's been a phenomenal ride. And I'm so grateful for all of you for watching. But we need to grow. We got to step it up and take it to another level, right? Things are going to change. And I'm truly, truly excited about what it's going to look like for us in the future. Now, we're going to be doing the same thing. We're still going to empower. We're still going to motivate. We're still going to give you the tools that you need to grow. But we are going to be deliberate in giving you more practical tools that you can apply in your life right now and begin to overcome and win. All right. So listen, get ready. Stay tuned. Follow us. Instagram, Travis T. Wolfe. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, Travis T. Wolfe. We want to deliver to you the best and greatest content on social media, guys, and we are going to truly help you to overcome and win. So stay tuned. Look forward to seeing you season 2. What's up, winners? If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and go be great.
You have been listening to the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. Boy, we know y'all was digging this. Peace.
Local homeowners and business owners have trusted Jenkins Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning since 1949. Jenkins understands that these are challenging times, and that's why Jenkins is offering 0% financing on all plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services. They'll even provide financing for maintenance agreements and repairs for new or existing customers. If you are in need of service, call Jenkins and ask about 0% financing. Some qualifications apply. Call 609-641-6262. Online at jenkinsandsons.com.
Seems like everyone's in a hurry these days. At Popeyes, we make our chicken on grandma time. You think grandma rushes good cooking? You've got a second thing coming, and it's a made-with-love chicken sandwich. We marinate our chicken for 12 hours, hand batter and bread it, and serve it up as a slice of heaven sandwich. Because we were raised to believe that if you're gonna make something, make it right, and then put a pickle on it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.